What page we on? We fix them and find out. Irma. I'm gonna give Irma a second to hop on. I don't know where Wade isn't coming on. Steph and Cody's not coming on. If y'all are looking for them, go to their page. It's 6:23. At 7, I might have somebody come on, but I don't know yet. So until then, we're going to read court documents, and if y'all still want to hear from me after 7, then you can, and if you don't, you can go somewhere else. It'll be all right. Hey, y'all, welcome in. If y'all will tap the screen so we can get it to the FYP. I have been reading court documents, which I've got to put them in order because I didn't have time to reprint them because I got home late. I think I either... Hey, Hush Melodies. Does anyone know an execution is scheduled? No, it's not. I think she has an appeal. Thank y'all for liking it. I know, Terry. We're about to. Give me a little while because I want to make sure some of my people come in here. Not only you, I want more people. You're one of my mods too, aren't you? Yeah. I want a couple more of my mods in there. Charlie, I'm about to make you a mod because I don't have very many in here, and I want to make sure I have a couple of other people to help me just in case. Terry said, hurry up. What up, Chelsea? The kid I used to be. Peace. I love mean people. Let me share this out to some more people. Hey, Natalie. How are you? What have y'all been doing today? Working like me? I got off late. What, Leandra? Yeah, Leandra. Thank you. It is... $85 here. And I'm from Mississippi. I bet you are whooped. Oh, I hate a migraine. Me and my mama used to can tomatoes all the time. We haven't in a while, but it'd probably be good to start. But I talked to... Oh, well, hello, neighbor. I know. Thank you, Terry. I really appreciate you. What is the degree there in Florida? Christine, my lips I'm fake. They're fake. My lips are fake. But I really appreciate it. That is very sweet. I used to not have any lips at all. What part of Mississippi? I live in Brookhaven. I really appreciate that, Christine. I hope I didn't deter your comment. I know a lot of people don't like fake stuff, and that's okay. I just do stuff to make my own self feel better sometimes. 98? OMG. 100? No. I'm not ready for that here. It feels like it gets hotter later here. So in July it's going to be 100. No, I appreciate your honesty. fake or not? They look good. Thank you. There's so much. Oh my God. Yeah. And people think that, everybody doing this bull crap is, making money too. But I don't care. I ain't making a single penny. Are you related in any way or just kind of covering it? I'm just covering it. I'm not related. I know Cody and Steph, but that's about it. Hey, what's up from Southeast Tennessee? We love Tennessee. Oh, so are you North Texas? So Texarkana would be north. Never eat sour watermelons. Northeast. So you're from North Texas. I'm assuming you're from like the top part. Did you ever meet Taylor? No, I have not ever met Taylor. Y'all, I've got to put these in order real quick. Okay. Michigan. What? 50 degrees? When does it warm up? Username Spooky. I want to say they have spoke up, or how do I put this? Maybe they didn't. Maybe it was in text message or something. I don't know. But it's just, she was a good liar. A very good liar. I want to say last night I did put most of this in order, but I literally printed this out. And when I printed it out, hey Lizzie, when I printed it out, I didn't put my little thing up. So all of these ended up in the floor upside down and mixed up. I'm like, you can't make that shit up around here, okay? Alaska, awesome. I want to go there, but I'm broke. Oh, that's awesome. Girl, hello from Bogachita. What's up, neighbor? For real. You weren't involved in your house. Did it get affected by the tornado? I want to go to Alaska so bad. Hey, so while we're sitting here, do y'all think? Hold on. Let me look this up first before I screw up. Oh, thank God. Okay, so how do you say that? Is it? I always called it Bossier City because we always had to go through there to get to Texas. But is it called like Bossier? Like which one is it? I'm curious. I suck at pronouncing crap. What did I say? Why did I say that? Oh, Bossier. Okay. Bossier City. Okay. Let me find this out real quick. I want to make sure. Antarctica. Okay, I know where I'm going with this. We're going to talk about this real quick. I'm trying to wait because I guess I'm going to have to start reading in a second. I'm fixing to start reading. Can y'all hear me good? Because I do have music playing in my background. What up, Hallmark? Thank you. I just posted a bunch of drafts because my crap does not hit the FYP. It gets hardly any traction. But I do not have a, and I wish my algorithm would pick up on my personality that I am all over the place. So therefore it's okay, but it's never going to. So none of my crap's ever going to hit because I can't ever figure out a, what do they call it? a niche. A good deal, Miranda. I'm glad. Huh? No, I'm good. I have to put this in order, so I'm fixing to try to. Hey, if you can, I can figure it out. Just give me a second. I need to do that. Well, these, I've got new papers, y'all. Y'all see what I got? These are printed off today. Hey, hold up. What are we putting? Jessica, Heidi, and Grace. You were just on my free page. Oh, you reposted it. Thank you. Oh, thank you. That's awesome. You can just put, I just put court documents because a lot of people are, Lizzie said, what are you cooking us today?
Oh, supper's already cooked.
I am a good wife today. Thank y'all for adding to your story. That is so, sweet. I've never tried to hashtag it that way, but I would like to, I don't know. I am looking.
Get Lizzie to pin questions.
Yeah, Lizzie, and any mods in here. I don't want to just make it Lizzie. I don't want to make anybody do it. I can post them too. I'm gonna do that right now with this one. But that one, I cooked raviolis, cheese raviolis with meat in the sauce, like spaghetti sauce with the meat in it. I don't know if people do that or not. Thank y'all for reposting. People gonna get on here and be like, what the hell is she doing? I've got to do this real quick.
So this is too different from that?
That's different. And this is, I'm on somebody's TikTok on accident. Y'all just bear with me. I'm not reading this because I'm on the other. Oh, okay. I understand 100%. Okay, okay, y'all, I'm fixing to start reading. Y'all just bear with me. Okay. The person that I was going to have on is not going to come on, so I'm glad that I didn't state who it was, but after they messaged back, they did say I can ask questions and they'll answer them. In my hometown. Lizzie, it was very good. The kids really loved it. What up?
Oh, we're getting ready to get hit with some nice storms where I live, so I might not be able to get on very long, but I didn't know if you wanted some help recapping last night's live.
I would love that. Yeah, I hate that too, Lizzie, but I do last night's live. I need okay, I printed out my stuff. It printed out this way.
Oh my!
So it printed wrong.
Magnifying glass time.
It's still really small, but when I printed it out, it ended up I forgot to put my thing up, that little catcher. So every piece of paper went to the floor. So everything is mixed up. So that's what I was gonna make sure. If you want to recap, and I'll put these in order because it ain't gonna take very long. It's just doing it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So
I have it right here on my Canva, so I can oh, and I was able to transfer it to my Canva. Oh, I can copy it and put it in chat and just recap it that way.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? No or yeah?
Yeah, I mean, if you can copy it, then that would be fine. I'm happy to help you in any way I can.
What? I know, I hate that.
So
great.
The live last night was in regards to court documents that were provided that are a matter of public record. Taylor, while in jail and then being transferred to prison, had begun having relationships with other inmates. It said that she had a relationship with a female inmate, a male inmate, and she was doing a lot of this correspondence on the jail apps where people family members can pay, so you can have phone calls or write emails back and forth. Taylor was not able to have money put on her books, as they call it, in jail, because she had faked so many ailments. Like, she told them when she first got to jail, she thought she was having a heart attack and they had to take her to the hospital. And this happened on more than one occasion. And so when they rack up a medical bill, then whatever commissary or anything that they have, this is what it sounds like, she's not eligible for, because she owes such a large medical bill for fabricating that. So then she was using her mother as correspondence to these other inmates that she encountered while in jail. One of the inmates, a male inmate, she attempted to try and convince him to give a witness statement to say that he saw someone at the home, at the scene of what happened, and that to try to state that she wasn't guilty. She tried to implicate someone else. So she continued to commit crimes while she was in jail. And some of these emails were very explicit. The email communications between she and the male inmate that were stating that she was, having a inappropriate messaging type relationship with this individual. And it was very just nasty, I guess, is the only way you would be able to describe it. How did I do?
I think you did pretty good. I have my spot. So if y'all want me to read, give me a thumbs up and I will. Or do you have the documents? It's either one. Do you want to read or you want me to read? I don't care.
Did you send it to me in email? I haven't looked. I've been so busy.
I did.
Okay.
I just wanted to see thumbs up. I'm about to start on it, and whenever I get tired of reading, if you want to do it, you can. And if you don't have to. It's whatever.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll mute while you're talking.
Okay, girl. Let's see here. I hope I have my reading voice on for y'all. Oh shoot, I meant to tell y'all that before I get started. I put it in chat to find out what files these are, and he told me that I'm gonna have to call Judy back. That these are evidence. This is state's notice of intent to use extraneous offenses and other evidence at trial filed by prosecutors in the case against Taylor Parker. I did ask it to double check to make sure it was public record, and it did confirm it, but I'm weird about that, so I just wanted to make sure. During, I believe, but this is appeals. Y'all see that? Okay. Howdy. All right, I'm gonna let y'all answer while I read. So last night we ended about the defendant told Shauna Yeager and everyone else at the trial that her family was paying for high-powered attorneys. The defendant told Yeager that the defendant's attorneys would help her with her criminal case. On one occasion, correctional officer Keaton overheard Taylor become irate and scream and yell because the correction staff would not allow Parker to do her recreation time. Hold on. Pause just 1 second. Let me let sorry, y'all. On one occasion, Correctional Officer Keaton overheard Parker become irate and scream and yell because the corrections staff would not allow Parker to do her recreation time when she wanted to do it. The defendant was yelling and screaming and calling the correctional officer names. The defendant said, I don't want to read this on here because I feel like this can get twisted for me anyways.
Mom and Daddy's watching it.
Okay. I'm not going to read this part.
The show. Then they're going to go.
Okay. So the defendant said, how do I say this? I don't want people to think this is like,
What's that?
it's,
The defendant has. Yeah. I wouldn't say that.
okay, I'm not going to say that on here because I think that could be used against me. So we are going to say that she said something ugly, it was like a racial slur. But I'll SCALP her head. The defendant had said statements like, these bitches don't know me and they just don't know anything. Correctional Officer Malone and Keaton and others have overheard the defendant threaten to sue everyone and make threats like they don't know me or they don't know what I can do or they don't know what I'm capable of. Keaton also overheard the defendant say they had better not come back in here. After a trustee made the defendant angry, the defendant becomes angry and screams and yells when things don't go her way. The defendant has stated that she is going home after the trial and she is getting life in prison. The defendant told another CO that she won't sign a plea deal for more than 30 years. I am on, I'm in 5. I'm just showing you how it looks. You see, like, that says 5 right there, so I agree, Lynn. Okay. Correctional Officers Malone and Keaton and others have overheard the defendant threaten to sue everyone and make threats like they don't know me, they don't know what I can do, they don't know what I'm capable of. They also overheard the defendant say they had better not come back in here after a trustee made the defendant angry. The defendant became angry and screams and yells when things don't go her way. The defendant has stated that she is going home after the trial. I just read this shit. I hate that I'm repeating myself, y'all. I'm so sorry. She won't sign a plea deal for more than 30 years. That's the maximum penalty she will agree to. Another version is that the defendant believes she is going to Bowie County Women's Center on or about February 1st, 2022. The defendant was found to be in possession of a stuffed teddy bear. The bear was recovered from the defendant's cell. The bear was in the defendant's cell without the permission of jail administrators and was contraband as it was kept in violation of jail policy. Christina Keaton was involved in the search of the defendant's cell at the time the bear was located. The defendant asked that the bear be kept in her jail property. The defendant does not believe she will get the death penalty. On or about May 2022, the defendant stated at the jail that she was having her mother, Shauna Pryor, take some of the property the defendant had accumulated at the jail to her house because the defendant was not going to be convicted of CA, and she was going home after the trial. Jana, I'm just reading.
So to recap, it's court documents stating that Taylor Parker continued her criminal type behavior, having inappropriate relationships with other inmates, trying to implicate them in the crime that she committed. And what she's reading now is that Taylor is very verbally abusive to other inmates and to the staff in the jail.
Thank you for joining the fan club thing. Okay. Let me see. The defendant told Yeager a couple of different versions of the events about the murder. The defendant first said that the defendant, was over at Reagan's house sleeping on the morning of the murders. The defendant acted like she was over at Reagan's all the time. It was not uncommon for her to visit. The defendant heard some commotion and went to another area of the house to find Reagan had been attacked. The defendant told Shauna Yeager, according to the defendant, Reagan knew that Reagan was DYING, and Reagan begged the defendant to see her baby out in order to save the baby. The individual or individuals who attacked Reagan had already left the house when the defendant found Reagan. The defendant said she started with the stake and then went to a kit with a can I say scalpel? No, I'm not related to Taylor. I have no relation to anybody. What are you doing?
A medical instrument.
Go outside. That's not funny. My kids are in there making fart noises. I'm about to beat their ass. Adam! I sound terrible, don't I? Adam! Get your kids. They're making fun of me on here. Easton, stop. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm about to get another restriction because my kids are over here farting. It's okay, I don't care. The defendant heard some commotion and went to another area of the house to find she had been attacked. Hold on. Okay, go outside now. Easton. I don't care. Go outside. I know it wasn't River. Go to Steph at 1. She may be live and she'll be able to help you with that. I didn't go live with her last night because my speaker don't work. I'm ready for school to start again. Girl, me too. I'm about to lose my whole I'm losing it. The defendant told Yeager, according to the defendant, oh my gosh, where am I at? These kids have messed my brain up. They've messed my life up. I'm mad. Let me tell Adam.
Taylor had started when
Can you tell them to go outside? I'm so sorry. I'm gonna mute myself while you
kids
talk.
better get outside.
I'm telling you. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm about to lose it.
So at this point, once Taylor got to jail and she started interacting with other inmates, she was trying to get them, she was even bribing people to try to get them to reach out to news sources, and she was trying to implicate other people in what happened and saying that they were witnesses and saw a car outside and there was 2 men, and that was where you were at, was when she was saying that she had been attacked by someone else and she found her, supposedly.
I'm gonna have people call on me for not realizing what I'm saying online. Okay. Yeah, the defendant said she started cutting with the stake and then went to a kit with a scalpel in it to finish CUTing the baby. This is graphic. When the defendant see the baby, she held the baby to Reagan's face and said, "Tell your mama bye." Later, the defendant's story evolved and she claimed she had nothing to do with the crime. The defendant told Yeager that there was evidence that the defendant wasn't responsible for the crime, but the district attorney's office was getting rid of it. The defendant never mentioned the identity of who she believed was responsible for the crime. The defendant never mentioned the identity of who she believed was responsible for the crime. The defendant, she was faking pregnant, and she was going to go to Oklahoma and fake a miscarriage. The defendant was going to have someone call her boyfriend Wade and tell him she had a miscarriage, but at the last minute, someone decided they didn't want to make the call to Wade. The defendant told Yeager that Griffin believed the defendant was pregnant. The defendant told Yeager that when the defendant was pulled over by DPS and first responders were attending to her, that they noticed the baby's cord was really close to the defendant, and first responders mistakenly formed the opinion that the defendant had the baby because of the placement of the umbilical cord. Y'all, I sound like a kindergartner reading. I'm so sorry. Okay. Remember when I told you they were out of order and there's two different sets of numbers? I think this is where I have the wrong number 7. So let me find the other number 7 and I will be right back. It's just going to be a second. Maybe I just need to look at my phone. It's a lot better on Canva too. You come in here making fart noises, you can go outside. Do you hear me? No, you're not getting the phone. Go play. Anybody following along, can somebody tell me that I'm on number 7, but it says the defendant formed a jailhouse romantic relationship with another inmate. Is that where we are, or do I need to find the other number 7? Can anyone?
I'm going to get my laptop and see if I can pull it up too to help you.
I can pull it up. It's just, it's not letting me click off of there. There it goes. I'm not a live person, y'all. Where do we get the docs? I had a girl on here send them to me. Oh, here it is. Okay, I found it. I'm sorry. Okay. So the defendant formed a jailhouse romantic relationship with another inmate, Addison. The defendant told Addison various stories involving the circumstances surrounding the M-word, the schmurders, all of which were completely fabricated. The defendant also exchanged letters with Addison, both inside the jail and out after Addison was released from incarceration. The defendant told Addison that Wade believed the defendant was pregnant because Wade is a EFFINDUM, The defendant told Addison she ordered a fake belly to wear. She would avoid intimacy with Wade by complaining of cramping and hurting. The OBGYN advised against X because of high-risk pregnancy. The defendant also told Addison that she would let Wade feel her stomach and try to convince him that the baby was moving. The defendant told Addison that she had to fake being pregnant because she loved Wade and wanted to keep him. The defendant explained that Wade was trying to leave her and break things off, so she faked being pregnant. The defendant and Wade came up with the baby name together and had a gender reveal party. While the defendant was in jail with Addison, the defendant claimed she had a jail call with her mama and Wade with her mother. Shauna and Wade was over at Shauna's house visiting Taylor's children and would not get on the call with the defendant. The defendant acted furious when she got off the telephone about Wade's behavior. None of this is true. Arma, what's up?
Wade said he has not spoken with her since she's been in jail, that she attempted to contact him and he has not spoken to her when he was on the live, not last night, but the night before.
Somebody said last night, he said that a week or two before the arrest, a home birth packet came in the mail. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, what's up, Stables? Yeah, we haven't been on long. Just this much. It's not very much because I messed up on printing. And then I got things out of order, so y'all are good. I know. I said, "Where's Irma? I need help keeping up." But then I have a couple of other people. I was scrolling up to find their name, but it's a bunch of stuff like thank you, Irma. All right, let me finish where I am at. Am I on 8? Yes. The defendant also told Addison that the defendant had custody of both her. I don't like how it's worded. It's like in all persons. The defendant also told Addison that the defendant had custody of both the defendant's children. The defendant said her routine was to get up at 4 a.m. to farm chores, then go work all day, come home, prepare dinner for everyone, and then she would sit with the children until her bedtime at 9 p.m. I'm so sorry, but I just keep thinking about Matthews with the farm chores. Thank you. I'm going to shut up. Farm chores. And then go work, come home, prepare dinner for everyone, and then she would sit with the children until their bedtime at 9 p.m. The defendant said that's what a good mother did. The defendant said that she had full custody of both her children before her arrest. The defendant also said that her son's father was trying to take advantage of the situation and get custody of the son and terminate the defendant's rights. The defendant told Addison that her son did not know his father like that, and she was concerned that her son's father was a stranger to her son. She worried that it was going to be detrimental to her son. No, she did not give two shits about her daughter or her son. And maybe she did, but I'm just saying. Thank you for the hand heart. I am looking at something. Hold on. Okay. All right. The defendant said after she was arrested that her family and her children were being harassed and threatened. On or about March 29, 2021, the defendant told Lena a story on a jail call about an unknown individual approaching E after school daycare and told E, "You're as pretty as your mom," and they would be seeing E around. The defendant told Addison that her mother, Shauna, had several break-ins after the defendant was arrested. The defendant was very upset because people were breaking into her mom's house despite the security measures in place. The people breaking into Shauna were out to get the defendant or get to her children. The defendant also told Addison versions of the new Boston Bandit story, wherein the defendant was made to participate in the Schmurder. That's where I'm at. I have completely lost my spot. I need a bookmark.
You're doing great. And if you're just now joining the live, if you will follow her and give her some likes. She's spent
Thank you so much.
A lot of time on this and giving us a lot of her attention and a lot of good information. Had people really close to the case, family members on a couple nights ago. So this is definitely the account to follow.
Thank you so much, Hallmark. I know you told me your name, but I'm just saying that because I don't know if you want it told. So I'm just calling you out. Okay, let me go back and see. Breaking down. Oh, never mind. That's Chat GPT, or that's AI. Okay. Yes, I'm going to. Thank you for reminding me of that. Okay. New Boston Bandit stories wherein the defendant was made to participate in the murder of Reagan. The defendant fabricated an outrageous set of facts involving Kodak, J-Dog, Fat Boy, some girl with purple hair, and possibly a black female. The defendant told Addison that on the day of the murders, the defendant was going to Walmart when Wade called her and told her to go back to the house to put the dog up. On her way back to the house, the defendant was stopped by the bandits. What the? The defendant was stopped by the bandits, either drugged or hit and then knocked out. The defendant told Addison she was in and out of consciousness and woke up at Reagan's house. The gang had beat and asked Reagan, and the defendant only see Reagan's baby out because Reagan was D, and begged the defendant to do it. Thank y'all. Another version was that the defendant couldn't bring herself to see the baby out, so she placed the by Reagan's stomach, and Reagan, using her broken hand, this is pitiful, and Reagan, using her broken hand, pushed and pulled it across her own stomach. The defendant told Addison that the defendant carried a medical kit of sorts and that she had purchased for the care of the defendant's animals. The defendant
can also get those items, especially if you live in the country, at a farm supply store, because they're often used to help aid in veterinary care for livestock.
That's crazy. Why my messages are not loading? You are beautiful. Didn't see it. Hold on one second. Did my comment go through, or was it filtered? Put it back up there. I didn't see a comment. It did, Kayla. One thing my stuff isn't doing, I've noticed. What up, Megan? It's not moving like it normally does. It just said I had like 18 comments. No, Stables, I'm not. I forgot. I need an adult here to tell me what I need to do. Thank you. This is washed hair for me because I have went days without washing it and I had to unwash it. That is so sweet. Okay.
That's okay. We get off topic here.
We do.
That's why we're in this together, to try to remember where we left off and make sure people's comments get answered.
I know, Irma. I know. I'm doing it. It's Megan's fault. It's Megan's fault. We got to blame somebody. Megan, it's your fault. Oh, attending animals. Thank you. Okay. I'm just going to start where Wade called her and told her to go back to their house and put the dog up. Is that kind of where I'm at? No, that's not.
No, you're a little bit.
That's not where I'm at. Oh, okay. Using her broken hand, pushed the in and pulled it across her own stomach. The defendant told Addison that the defendant carried a medical kit of sorts that she had purchased for the care of the defendant's animals. The defendant said she routinely performed C-sections on cattle. The defendant told Addison that a blue baby foot fell out of Reagan's. I gotta go find this other one, y'all. I'm sorry. This is dumb. I wish I would have had this in order. But it's right here, so don't leave. Don't leave. Here it is. fell out of Reagan's stomach. After the baby was seed out, the defendant held up the baby to Reagan and said, "Look, it's a beautiful baby girl, you mother." Then the defendant said Reagan smiled big and sighed, and then she passed away. The defendant told Addison, "At least Reagan got to see her." The defendant said that she took the baby to the couch and attempted to do CPR. The baby was not breathing, and the defendant could not locate a cell phone to call for help. During the murder, Kinley walked... I just said her name.
Hey, Mom.
During the murder, the little... I don't know if... I don't want people mad at me for saying that. I didn't mean to say that. Take it, dude. But you have to go in there where it's not loud. Who is Randy Cole? I don't know who Randy Cole is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we need you in a box too. Did I say that? Did I say that? Did I say the schmur? Did I say the M word instead of the schmurder? You don't think so? I know you're muted, Hallmark.
I don't think you did. But
everybody said I did. Okay, Randy Cole, if you want to go up in a box, let me know and I'll put you there. I don't want to, I definitely did. You sent a request?
There he is.
No, you are beautiful. I'm not. I told you I need adult supervision when I do this stuff. I get nervous whenever I go on a live and I'm just like, it's over with.
This is...
Hey, Randy.
Like, the things that you're reading are very, like, anybody would be flustered by this. I mean, we're learning something new every time you go on live, so anybody would be flustered. You're doing great.
I really appreciate you being so pull it out of my mouth. Encouraging.
That's right.
Yes, you want me to finish reading that part? Yes, I will. Randy, is it okay if I finish reading this one part?
Yeah,
Or do you want to come on and say anything before or anything?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. I will, Mimi. I'm about to. Reagan, the defendant said she took the baby to the couch and attempted to do CPR. The baby was not breathing, and the defendant could not locate a cell phone to call for help during the murder. Kay walked into the room, and the defendant yelled at her to go back to her room. The defendant said she knew Reagan was... I'm trying to make sure I'm reading like I'm in kindergarten because I want to make sure I'm not saying any bad words. The defendant said she knew Reagan was dead anyways and thought it would take longer to call 911. The defendant said that wasn't sure if her phone was in her car until she was driving down the road. The defendant was trying to call 911, do CPR, drive the car, and take off the schmurder clothes, all while driving down the road after the schmurders. The defendant decided to drive to the closest hospital that was only 6 miles away. The defendant told Addison that the motive for the attack on Reagan and Taylor was financially related. The story was that Taylor Parker owed a large sum of money to drug dealers for purchasing. Can I say the drugs or no? Or I can't say the D word either, can I? Rugs.
I think it was for... I wish people knew the military alphabet. Papa,
Yeah.
Alpha, India, November.
I don't know that. Did you see me laugh and act like I knew what you said? I was like, yeah. I can't believe the other story about what kind of riders again. Rug, okay. Rug dealers for purchasing dilaudid. According to the defendant, Reagan also owed money for purchasing the rugs from the same dealers. Parker's story was that on the night before the murder, she and Reagan were discussing making payments to the rug dealers while standing in Reagan's driveway. The defendant and Reagan planned for Taylor Parker to come over the following day with $20,000 in cash, which the defendant kept in a safe at home. She kept in a safe at home she shared with Wade Griffin. The defendant said they realized that the defendant and Reagan were being spied on by individuals who lived across the street. When Addison asked the defendant why the dealers were continuing to supply the defendant with rugs when she owed that kind of money, the defendant replied, "I have credit." The defendant later said the individuals across the street matched the description of the defendant's kidnappers. Later in the defendant's letters to Addison, the defendant indicates that the defendant's lying about the defendant's finances is what got her unalived. So, Randy, I'm going to let her come on, and she had made a comment earlier. Randy, I am looking for it. But, I mean, you're about to come on and say it, but I'm still reading the comment. She said, I was one of the women that Demon tried to befriend in 2020 while I was pregnant. That is crazy. I'm following you.
Sorry that you went through that.
It's okay.
Yes.
When she realized I was having a boy, she kind of changed her tone. But she was friends with the guy I was dating at the time. So she was friends with him on Facebook. And I knew I'd know her name. So I was like, why do I know her name? So I looked him up. When the incident happened, I was like, she's the one who tried to friend request me earlier in the year. I don't know. She's something else, that's for sure.
That is crazy. What did you think whenever you heard about this whole situation? Like,
It was so sad. Because my daughter's in-laws, they live right around the corner from Wade. So they saw everything happening, and
that's
his
terrible.
mom, yeah, they're all friends of the family and with both sides.
Your
So it was
little
just
brother was
devastating.
so much. Go get me a drink. River, do you have my Diet Coke? Go get it for me.
Did she use any tactics? Like, did she use any tactics, or did
Let me
she
mute
just
my
try
thing.
to?
She would like comment on public posts I had, and then she would just try to send messages here and there. I'm gonna try to get in my old Facebook and find it because it's not on my new one, but I'm gonna try to get in there and find them. But she would just try to be extra friendly to people that she didn't really know. Like it was a big want everybody to like her type thing. To weasel her way in, I guess.
I do now. You are beautiful. Sorry, y'all. My kids stole my Coke, so I'm getting my husband to bring me a drink real quick. All right. That is insane that
She
happened.
did it to a couple of people. There's 2 other girls that don't live far from here. She did the same thing with them, tried to send them friend requests. They were all pregnant. I was being seen at Highland and Longview. They were being seen at DCOL and Longview, both places that she was known to go to.
The other one, what was that other one called? Express or something?
Well, there was Healthcare
Express.
Yeah. Yeah, Healthcare Express. There's one here, or there's one in Marshall. There's one in Longview. There's one in Mount Pleasant. They're all over the place.
That is crazy. They said somebody said don't put the VAPE in there.
I see it.
Okay, I saw the things. I hope
I'm glad I didn't answer her either. Golly.
Okay. All right, y'all. Give me a second. Do y'all want to talk about it? Summer, do you want me to read? That's crazy. It's one of those things where it's like a small world. I know. How do I do that? I have to hang up and get back on, don't I? Didn't we talk about this last night? Can I put it on 18 and older?
Christina, that's what I was saying too. I think that's an urgent care. So
Oh, okay. That's where she went to get proof of. See, I've read so much I can't keep up with anything. But I just remember she went somewhere to get. You know how you gotta have that paper whenever you go to get your I guess insurance and stuff. Sometimes I don't know.
So just to touch on what was
I gotta
covered.
find out why she went to Healthcare Express, y'all. That's gonna drive me crazy. I swear I thought I heard somebody somewhere in this story talk about Healthcare Express, but maybe not. Maybe I'm just loony.
Well, she
What
works
made
for
her not
like an express employment place. We talked about that. But Wade
Okay,
talked about,
thank
I
you.
thought she had
Yeah.
the pregnancy test done at Healthcare Express.
Okay, that's what I need.
Yeah,
I needed
good.
confirmation because I had said it and I was like, am I going crazy? Stables, it is not for younger kids at all. What are we, River is hooked up to my speaker. I gotta go cut the speaker off. I am so sorry, y'all.
Baby, I've been praying hard. Said no.
Oh my gosh. River's hooked up to the turtle dog. We got music jamming out in there.
I said, Mom has a phone. No, she don't.
He's jamming. Do you know where my koozie went?
Right there, Bob. What about?
My koozie, do you know where it went?
Oh, I know that.
19 messages. Yeah. It's just a dance break. River is jamming out.
He's outside.
I know I have done so much Can y'all hear me? You can hear me? Okay. I know I've done so much investigating that that I'm everywhere. Okay, y'all. I'm about to if you want me to start reading some more River, you're gonna have to. My kid. Grayson is outside, so go out there and play with him if he's out there. Okay. So if you want me to read, thumbs up, and y'all tap the screen. Just thumbs up and tap the screen. I'm fixing to start. Shush, y'all. Okay, Irma, I'm about to start. Okay. Let's see here. Whoa. Y'all gonna kill me. Woo! The wrong word to say. Y'all gonna hate me right now. I need somebody. Are we at the part where is anybody keeping up on papers? Because I need somebody to confirm because I done accidentally mixed my papers up. Big time. I'm sorry I'm late to the party and just watched the documentary. Who are you and what are you reading? I am not meaning to smile and laugh. I have dark humor and I'm laughing at myself, not what I'm reading. LJ, I put them in order. Okay, Randy, that is fine. I think I can pop you. I think you can disconnect if you want, maybe. There we go. I got it. Yes, Randy, thank you for the story. That is so crazy. Irma, are you wanting in the box or did you not mean to do that? Irma's like, no, I did not mean to do that. If you want in the box, I can hook you up though. Randy Cole, thank you for your story. Thank you. Lizzie said something and I can't see. Lizzie, I have a question. What was you gonna do if I'm gonna send them to you, obviously, but what was you gonna do with them? MJ, he needs to be. Yeah. Okay. I have the next paper in order, but the thing is, I don't know or not because my kid decided to jam out where I put the other paper to see if this is where I'm supposed to be. I cannot believe there's 250 people on here and I am over here acting like a kindergartner. Oh yeah, I do, Lizzie. Lizzie, I'm sending them to you right. Oh man, River has my phone. Just kidding. Okay, I was at the urgent care. Stables. That's on my other paper. I gotta find urgent care, y'all. Just bear with me. Urgent care, high risk pregnancy, OBGYN. We've already read this. Sid would say, oh, Cody would say it. Yeah, he would. On one occasion, I've already. I'm so sorry. I know it's annoying. Y'all, yeah. Okay. Trying to find the cell phone after that. Okay. Tell me if this makes sense, because if it don't, tell me if I need to go to another page. I'm just going to read the first paragraph and y'all tell me thumbs up or you, whatever. I'll look at the screen. Okay. After the defendant decided she hated Wade, to include Wade orchestrated the kidnapping and assault of Taylor Parker because he did not want the defendant or their baby. In one of the letters written by the defendant to Addison, the defendant said that Wade wanted her because of money that he would inherit from her grandparents' timber, oil, or gas money. No, okay. I didn't think so. Y'all just bear with me. I done messed up. I wonder if my documents are under here. All right. Adam, are you watching? I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all, I am not a live person. I'm not a live person. Period. Tapping is clapping because I am chaotic right now. COP. Yeah, this is crazy. I gotta have my kid come in here, y'all. Let me go get my phone from him. Can y'all y'all talk to each other. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm just gonna read off of Canva because I can't keep up with these papers and it's too much. Lizzie. MJ. I got a little something, but don't worry. It's only one. Somebody said something Sunday. Oh, I need to go now? Oh, no, Lizzie needs to go now. Hallmark, do you know Taylor? I don't think she does. Do you? No? No. She has been like a super big helper on here with me. The defendant formed a jailhouse room admin. Okay, we're all right, I gotta go back and find the comment, or if somebody will whoever just told me where we were, if they'll comment again. In the car needing clothes. Is that where we are? In the car needing clothes? Okay. The rug wheelers. rug dealers were continuing to supply the defendant with rugs. When she owed that kind of money, the defendant replied, "I have credit." The defendant later said the individuals across the street matched the description of the defendant's kidnappers. Later in the defendant's letters to Addison, the defendant indicates that the defendant's lying about defendant's finances is what got Reagan. The story later changed after the defendant decided she hated Wade. I was there, y'all. She hated Wade, to include Wade orchestrated the kidnapping and assault. Can I say that one here? No or yeah? I guess. We'll see. Of Taylor Parker, because he did not want the defendant or their baby in one of the letters written by the defendant to Addison. The defendant said that Wade wanted her unalived because the money that he would inherit from her grandparents' timber and or oil and gas money. The defendant told Addison that she did not initially tell the police about what happened because she didn't want the police to go back to Reagan's house because it looked like the defendant committed murder. It looked like the defendant committed these murders. Addison would question the defendant about some of the details of the murder story that didn't make sense. The defendant would come up with explanations to try and explain the evidence. The defendant also told Addison that the defendant had thrown the murder clothes out the window after the defendant left Reagan's. Addison is also aware of and can testify to the details of the defendant's sophisticated jailhouse scheme to frame other individuals, such as Hannah Hollander or Shauna Yeager. The defendant told Addison that she was arrested in Idabel, Oklahoma, and she was beaten and deprived of food and water for 6 days. The defendant, when she was extradited to Texas and arrived at the Bowie County Jail, she was taken into the shower area and aided by correctional officers. One of them was Officer Malone, who punched the defendant in the stomach and demanded the defendant turn over her phone. The defendant said she had to turn over the phone, and the defendant also told Addison that the defendant's mother brought Pizza Hut at the jail, and the jailer snuck the pizza in at midnight. The defendant said she ate the entire pizza by herself. The defendant told Addison more bogus info about the defendant's medical history. She told Addison that she was taking diet pills I don't think I can say that. Medication. I don't think I can say that either. What can you say on here? I'm just going to say she was taking diet. It's okay to say? Okay. Pillows. She was taking diet pillows, drinking energy drinks, and taking Dilaudid, and it caused her to have a stroke. The defendant told Lena that she had multiple sclerosis and COPD. The defendant told Lena that she had oxygen for the COPD and that the defendant was able to have oxygen at the jail because they gave her a big cell. When Lena Addison asked the defendant to explain something that doesn't make any sense, the defendant will stare off and not talk. Then the defendant will snap out of it and come back to the conversation. The defendant will... already read that. Snap out of it and come back to the conversation. The defendant told Lena that she has a condition. Lena also confided in the defendant that Lena was essayed by a family member when she was young. The defendant told Lena that she knew how Lena felt because her dad The defendant told Lena that she knew how Lena felt because her dad used to come in on her at night. The defendant said this is why she had low self-esteem. The defendant told Addison that she didn't want to talk about the details, but the same thing happened to Addison had happened to the defendant. The defendant will listen to other stories of physical and SA and adopt those stories as her own. The defendant wrote numerous letters to Lena Addison about numerous topics, some related to the criminal case and some are not. The defendant lectures Lena on abusing prescription drugs and even lectures Lena on how to properly care for her children. The defendant acts like she cares deeply for Lena and only wants Lena to change her ways because the defendant wants what's best for Lena and her children. The defendant also writes letters to her grandma and her Aunt Marilyn that contains bogus or fabricated info. The state gives notice of intent to introduce the defendant's jail letters. Excerpts of the letters from the defendant to Addison are reproduced in this notice. However, the state of Texas gives notice of intent to introduce the complete versions. The state of Texas give notice of intent to introduce the complete versions of each one of the defendant's letters to Addison. The defendant writes to Addison about how the defendant regrets telling lies about having money. The defendant and her family do not have significant amounts of money, but the defendant tells wild tales about how her family was fabulously wealthy and how they obtained the wealth in one of the fabricated stories involving the New Boston gang of bandits led by the infamous Kodak. The defendant was targeted for drugging and kidnapping. I hope they don't catch that word. Because the defendant was known to have large... Timu done sent me a notification. I done tried to exit off and it done scrolled my damn thing. The defendant writes to Addison about how the defendant regrets telling lies about having money. I've already read that. In one of the fabricated stories, the New Boston gang of bandits, led by the infamous Kodak, the defendant was targeted for drugging and kidnapping. What the hell? Why the hell did I just say that again? I am over this. Did you ever hear from fellow inmate I sent you? No, I didn't, because whenever I looked it up, I couldn't find the video of her saying that no, September, I didn't. The reason I am on here is just because it's interesting. Okay, defendant was known to have large sums of money. The defendant says, my money lie got my friend murdered, and no matter what, I wear the scar on my heart forever. Another quote, immediately after the monsters, oh, this is a quote, so I shouldn't get in trouble, right? After the monsters dies the heroes. Robert Colasso. I don't want to be a hero because I wasn't that day. Reagan refused to show those SOBs any weakness as I begged, pleaded, cried, and screamed. She told me to say nothing. I will never unsee the worst day of my life, Lena. Absolutely none of this is true except for the defendant tells wild lies about being wealthy when she is not. In a letter dated April 2nd, 2021, the defendant is lecturing Lena on how Lena needs to stop abusing meds. The defendant writes, What in the hell is it going to take? Huh? Tell me, please. Losing your children, killing... Please don't notice that. That's why I'm reading like a kindergartner. I cannot believe that I keep accidentally saying that. K-ing someone under the influence of meds. Get a grip. Later in the letter, the defendant says, I asked you to help me. I gave you a part. They were right. People you trust to help you will always fail. You, let you down. This is ridiculous how this is wrote. It's screwing around with my brain. Okay. Oh, Lizzie, I need to send this to you. Lizzie, what did you say? Robin, you can get off. Were you saying that mean? I don't know what you were saying, because oh my gosh, hey T, what's up? You may be overstimulated. Is that what you said? Yeah, I am overstimulated. I've got to take a break. Oh, sorry, Robin. We love everything on the TikTok shop. Take a break. Hey, do you want to read or do you want to talk? When I get off, I am going to be done. Though the only thing is, because I told Adam I wasn't going to try to stay on as long as I did last night. If y'all want to talk, y'all can. I know, Irma. I'm sorry. I know. I think it's interesting. It's just right now, like, she's made up so many lies that this is just another lie that you can be like, well, she told another lie. And then another lie. Hey, when did my friend leave? I am terrible. Did she say that she was leaving? Was it when I went outside? Holy shit, y'all. I am doing terrible. Thank you, Stables. I ain't gonna read. I'm telling you, I don't like it. I am gonna take a break. I can say that is so much harder to read than that. Oh, I'm sending you the link, LJ. Oh, will you read? Thank you for saying you like my hair. Thank you. You are beautiful. Okay. I am sending it to you. That is how it printed out. Irma, I did do Chat GPT, and I'll read you that part real quick of what it told me, but I was just confused. What'd you say? Why is grass so dangerous? Because it's full of blades, Adam. Okay. Let me find. It says, some of the most significant allegations in this file include that she allegedly gave multiple different versions of what happened to Reagan and her unborn daughter. Prosecutors claim Parker admitted to fellow inmates that she had faked a pregnancy to keep Wade from leaving her, etc. I forgot that I'm sending this to LJ real quick. Let me do that. Lizzie, do you have Canva? Do what you want to do. Girl, I don't think y'all would. Adam is something else. Lori and Texarkana. Yes, on your iPad. I just sent it to you. I'm just going to stay on. If y'all want to get off, y'all can. I'm not going to get off because I have Lizzie going to come on. She said she was going to help me read it and probably keep y'all interested because one of my friends sent it to me off of here. Oh my gosh, AI is so wrong right now. What, Emma? I don't know much. I don't know Taylor. I don't know Wade. I mean, I've messaged Wade. I'm friends with Cody and Steph, but that's about it. What did Adam say? I never know what's going to come out of his mouth. I love you. That is a Wade question for sure. But I was looking to see if Cody or Steph is on to I wasn't going to ask them in because my mic don't work with them. I was just going to see if they were on and let y'all know to go over there if y'all wanted to. I know when I read what I read earlier, Terry, it kind of stressed me out a little bit. Jamie, I'm not involved. I'm just an innocent bystander. Stables, I agree. I have seen so much mean stuff about him. I love you, T. Thank you. I'm looking for thank you, Megan. I'm trying to find Lizzie. Let me know if you get the documents. Everywhere they are saying ugly stuff. But I sent a message today that said you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. Because right now, that's exactly how it is for him. Yes. Oh. Oh my God. Lizzie, thank you. Yay. Did y'all just see my anxiety leave my face?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes. Hey,
Have my
Hallmark, I missed you when you left earlier. Like, I didn't even know you left. You just disappeared.
I did get this document. This is
Do you see how crazy it is? Is it crazy
yeah.
like that on your iPad or no?
I mean, it's all in like a you can't see that at all.
Okay. Okay. No, that's how it printed out.
You say it, so?
What did you say earlier? Say it.
Bye, Felicia.
Yeah.
So who?
I was calling. I sent it to you. Hold on.
Is he saying bye Felicia to me?
No. No to all the haters.
Hey Adam.
What's up, Lizzie?
I need a trailer. I have to call you after this. Yeah, but I need a driver to go for it, please. Thank you.
Well, we can handle that too.
Y'all, Adam, if you go check out Adam and Missy's page, you can find Adam's trailer business. Go give it a like.
That'll
That
be
way he
great.
can get he said if he gets enough likes and his business does well enough, he can get a covered trailer, and that's what I need.
That's right. That's what we're working on.
T said, look at Mr. Greg. I can get it in a PDF and send it to you.
I'm about to go eat supper real quick.
Peace out.
What
Hey, don't close
number?
the door open. Close it.
What
Southern
number
girl,
were
I
you
might have
at?
to hit you up. I'll let you know. Oh, what number? Shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all had me flustered telling me to stop earlier. I don't know where we're at.
I'm
Give me a
trying to.
second.
Oh, I see the pizza. I know we did that.
Somebody said, don't forget the video of the photographer. Oh, Hallmark said that. Hold on, Hallmark. I'm fixing to go to our stuff real quick. Megan, oh my gosh, I have messaged so many people that support my lives. So I don't want to get everybody mixed up, but I have literally messaged like 20 people today. Okay, give me a second and I'm going through this real quick. I want to make sure I don't get people's names mixed up. Lizzie, I'm about to let you read. I'm so sorry. Okay, so I talked to Kayla. I don't know if Kayla's in here. She sent me the thing about the girl that was. I'm gonna talk to her. I'm gonna message her tonight. Can y'all discuss the lawsuit against Wade? Lizzie, what about the lawsuit against Wade? I don't know nothing, girling.
Everybody keeps saying that, but I haven't seen anything about it. But
Yeah.
also, I haven't looked that well, so.
Arma, did you mean to record? Oh no, your thumb got
It
heavy
was
again, didn't
in
it?
regards to, Wade talked about it night before last. It was in regards to the car insurance company because she was it was his car that she was driving, and the circumstances of what happened inside the car. Then the Homer filed a lawsuit to try to sue the car insurance company, not Wade himself personally.
You're right. I also think
And
I found out
Wade
where we left
has a
off.
yearly fundraiser, a hog hunting fundraiser, where he donates the proceeds to her child that she left behind, the victim of the crime. And the photographer, just really quickly, the photographer that took the photos that are featured on the cover of the documentary, the fake maternity photos, she said that they drove 3 hours to go get those pictures taken. And she has since been harassed about why she took the pictures, and they've demanded, like, she had to be interviewed or she had to give testimony in the court case, from what I understand. But I just thought that was interesting when I heard that.
It was, and when you sent it to me today, I didn't get to finish it because I didn't have good service. But she was so pretty. The photographer girl was.
Oh,
For
her
Italy.
eyes were stunning. She had like ice blue eyes, but she was visibly distraught and she could not
She
stop
was.
crying. Like, she'd have to stop the video and restart it because she was
But
crying.
I can't imagine that. Like all of these people that have been part of her crime. I mean, it's crazy. Like it is triggering for sure.
Okay.
All right.
I think the last thing I remember, and I could be wrong, was the pizza, right? I'm gonna start after that. The defendant told Addison more bogus information about the defendant's medical history. She told Addison that she was oh no, I do remember this. Okay. She was taking diet pillows, drinking energy drinks, and taking Dilaudid, and it caused her to have a stroke. We did all that.
Well, I'm so glad that I'm not the only one messing up tonight. I love you. Just kidding. But if you want me to meet my secret, I can.
You're
Hey.
not bothering me.
Y'all know that go. Ain't that crazy?
I don't know that I like that you made me bigger, but I'll deal with it.
Do you want me to go back?
No, it's fine.
Lizzie is the featured guest on tonight's podcast.
You'd think I would be okay being on a camera like this because I work from home and this is all I do all day, but okay. The defendant wrote numerous letters to Lana Addison. I'm not supposed to say their full names. About numerous topics, some related to the criminal case and some are not. The defendant lectures Lana on abusing prescription drugs and even lectures Lana on how to properly care for her children. The defendant acts like she cares deeply for Lana and only wants Lana to change her ways because the defendant wants what is best for Lana and her children. Who's Lana? Did I miss that?
Addison. Lana Addison is one of her isn't now correct me if I'm wrong, Hallmark or anybody, Stable, somebody. Lana Addison is one of the prison people. Ain't it?
Okay.
Ain't it one of her lovers? Is it?
She had, so from the time that she was placed in the jail, she started trying to have relationships with other inmates and got her mom involved in communicating with them through the jail apps and through email because Taylor had certain restrictions.
Thank you, Megan. Megan, correct me if I'm wrong. Did you send all these to me? These other documents? I printed them all. If so, just thumbs up. Go ahead, Lizzie. Sorry. I'm
You're
muting
good.
because I will interrupt the crap out of you. I'm fixing to mute.
The defendant also writes letters to her grandmother and her Aunt Marilyn that contain bogus or fabricated information. The state gives notice of intent to introduce the defendant's jail letters. Excerpts of the letters from the defendant to Addison are reproduced in this notice. However, the state of Texas gives notice of intent to introduce the complete versions of each one of the defendant's letters to Addison. The defendant writes to Addison about how the defendant regrets telling lies about having money. The defendant and her family do not have significant amounts of money, but the defendant tells wild tales about how her family was fabulous. Oh, we read that. Was fabulously wealthy and how they obtained the wealth. Did I read this whole thing already?
We remember last night where I sounded crazy and they would repeat stuff because the next paragraph would relate to it. It might be something
Okay.
like that.
I just know I saw a comment earlier where somebody said fabulously wealthy and we laughed. So I thought I'd read this already. Okay. In one of the fabricated stories involving the New Boston gang of bandits, the defendant. Okay, I'm going to skip. We did read this whole thing because she said she was targeted for rugging and being stolen because the defendant was known to have large sums of money. She said, "Mom." Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
You're about to go down and read that it relates back up.
Yeah.
Because I just now read that it says, she ends the letter with P.S. I need you to do that and be strong.
Mm-hmm. I see the quotation marks now, so that I just need to read and not try to analyze it too much. My money lie got my friend killed. Murdered. And no matter what, I'll wear the scar on my heart forever. Another quote. Immediately after the monsters, the heroes. I don't want to be a hero because I wasn't that day. Reagan refused to show those SOBs any weakness. As I begged, pleaded, cried, screamed, she told me to say nothing. I will never unsee the worst day of my life, Lana. Absolutely none of this is true, except for the defendant tells wild lies about being wealthy when she is not. In a letter dated April 2nd, 2021, the defendant is lecturing Lana on how Lana needs to stop abusing prescription medication. I don't think I was supposed to say that. The defendant writes, "What in the hell is it going to take, huh? Tell me, please. Losing your children, unaliving someone under the influence of drugs. Get a grip." Later in the letter, the defendant says, "I asked you to help me. I gave you a part. They were right. People you trust to help you will always fail you, let you down. I needed you and you hurt me." The defendant adds, "This is what happens when someone really truly loves you. There are consequences to your actions." On another occasion, the defendant writes to Lana, "I won't watch anyone else unalive at my hands." Okay. The defendant continues her pattern of reminding Lana that the defendant needs Lana to help her. The defendant writes, "I know you are busy with life and freedom. Don't forget me. Keep in mind what we talked about. Remember, court is April 9th at 9:45 to 10 a.m. Come if I see, or I'll see if Jeff." Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry. Somebody said that I need to be put back up there because nobody can tap the screen, but I don't know how to do that.
See, and that's what you get for moving me around like that.
I was just picking with you. I couldn't do that with Hallmark because she might not have wanted me to, but I don't know how to do it. Can somebody walk me through how
Tap
to do it?
if you tap her picture in the box, then you can try that and you can heart the screen.
Yeah, if you tap her little box, it works.
Yeah.
So are you going to be like permanently on the screen or how am I going to put myself back?
I don't know. That's what you get for trying to joke. We're stuck like this. I guess if I hang up.
No, can you like tap my screen and see if you can
Yeah.
see if you
And all
can
it
no,
does,
can you expand my screen? Like tap it and see if it'll let you expand me.
all it does is like it. Hold on.
This is embarrassing. I'm so. Oh, it says to tap your picture. I don't know where your picture is. They won't let. Well,
Okay, the
just
layout
read.
box.
Just read.
If I
I'll
hit,
look.
Switch spots.
You see it?
Yeah, click on this picture. Switch spots.
I don't see Lizzie's picture.
You don't see her face on your screen?
Yeah, I mean, I'm clicking it. It's not doing anything.
Double click.
Oh, there we
there you
go.
go.
I am here for my ability to pronounce legal terminology, not my technical skills.
I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done interrupting. Go back
You're
and read.
fine. I mean, we're gonna have to take breaks, but I'm trying to get to the juicy stuff. Because I gotta take a break and talk about it if it's good.
Yes, I want you to take a break and talk about it.
Hold on, I gotta remember where I was. I'll see if Jeff can pull you back afterwards with us to talk. She ends the letter with, P.S. I need you to do that. Be strong. The defendant writes in a separate letter, if I tell you I will do something, you can take it to heart. I will never say I will and take it back. I can only pray if someone says they will do something. It's the truth. She is such a liar. And another letter to Lana dated May 2021, the defendant gives Lana a medical update on a double ear infection that she claims to have been diagnosed with at the jail. The defendant is explaining the excruciating pain and how she has significant hearing loss. The defendant also claims to have heavy bleeding from her ear. I can tell y'all I busted my eardrum when I was in high school and it doesn't bleed that much. I think we all know she's a liar at this point, but the defendant also writes, with court Friday for our 6-week BS meet for the DA to show her ass and smile. Bless her heart. What? With court Friday for our 6-week BS meeting for the... Huh?
See?
This must be her, like, texts or messages, because they're awful. I don't know what she's trying to say.
Yeah, they entered
Um,
those into evidence because she was continuing to try to commit crime. So they entered it into evidence, her dialogue. And then last night we learned that she was using her mom to send inappropriate messages to a male inmate.
Miss Yolanda, thank you. Thank y'all for
um,
liking, and all the things. Y'all are awesome.
okay. Somebody said they need to make a step-by-step for dummies. They really do. If y'all could see this document, you would know why we're looking
I'm
like this,
so
because it is...
glad that somebody else is looking at it and reading it, because I really have been thinking about how crazy I sound.
No, it's all just run along, so it's kind of hard to keep up with. And I see how you keep losing your spot, but I keep trying to mark it with my finger. Okay.
Does it say Q or A, like on the left side of the page? Because I saw somebody did a video where they were reading some of the testimony from the paramedics, and when they would ask them a question, it would say Q, and then the A was their response.
No. Mm-mm. It's all just one big run-on
All right, Stables, I
story.
caught on to that. We can't help it that maybe who's picking touch with her mom the entire time.
Okay.
Is there more to that question?
Well, she had touched with her mom the entire time.
Oh, I don't know. Lizzie, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she was. That's what they said.
Well,
Um,
obviously these documents while she was in Bowie County, she was.
You could tell with the correspondence with her mom that they have a very strong codependent relationships, and it did not seem as if her mom had any boundaries whatsoever with her, which probably explains a lot.
listen, I'm Zooming, okay? But it doesn't help because it's still all, let me,
Lizzie, I have showed because it's run on sentences, so it's really hard.
yeah.
But I'm following along. Like I'm interested. So if everybody don't like it, y'all might have to hop off. Cause
That was Stables is joking about Zooming,
Oh,
how
I
you
don't think
can't Zoom
Stables.
with
I
your
wasn't
eyes.
talking about Stables or
Yeah,
Irma. I was just saying earlier. People was like, "I'm gonna hop off," or "Why don't you hop off?" And I didn't want to because once I hop off, I'm gonna be gone.
What did you send it to me on? Did you email it to me or?
Yeah, it's the M Princeton 2013 email.
These documents,
Kitty,
Lauren,
it's in my
they're
draft.
all they're all public online, but the one that we're reading off of in particular was sent to Misty. It was from like an individual, so we aren't able to send it out.
I shouldn't have said that, yeah.
No, you can say. She said we can say who it came from. We just can't. Adam, what do you mean? What cases are we talking about?
Just asking questions for the people.
I have done checks
Well,
both. Okay, I'm resending it. Hallmark, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know what's going on.
I'm sitting here with my email, so. I feel like we need to read it like a script, like we're reading it like you know what I mean, with the
Do you
back
have
and forth.
Canva?
I should have. Let me log into it.
Okay.
Are you emailing it to me or Canva, or do you
Girl,
send it
I'm
through?
sending it to you on the TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, you can't get it on TikTok, can you? I'm going to your email. Just kidding. Don't worry about me. Wait. Never mind.
Fancy, we are reading court documents from the Taylor Parker Morton case, and right now Misty's just trying to send these over to somebody.
I need pop so I can't copy it.
You want to take a picture of it?
Yeah, if you can take a picture of it, then I can do something. Adam,
What?
why did you ask that?
Because he's trying to get on our nerves.
I am I do not know Taylor Parker. No, get on. Okay, just kidding. Hey, I need that number. Hallmark, I'm sending it to you in a message. 8.
Don't say that loud.
Cody's TikTok is, what is it, One Shot Ot? You can go see if he's live. He's not on here though. They've been live. They were live yesterday. Stephanie's is Steph STEPHOTT1.
Yes, y'all can go hit them up. I'm just reading, or I'm not. Me and some friends are reading some court documents. My speaker don't work when I go live with them.
Okay. Anyway, the defendant goes on to say, wait, no. I skipped a good sentence up here because I needed to see who wrote this sentence.
One
The
shot
defendant.
Too tough, Nikki. Too tough, Nikki. Go ahead. Sorry, I'm done. I'm muting.
No, you're
I'm
good.
muting. Let you know.
It's I think it's one dot shot dot ot OTT. But I guarantee you, if you look up Cody, CODEY, Cody Ott, tons of stuff comes up. People's been clipping their lives. Okay. The defendant also got past the ear thing. With court Friday for 6 weeks. Okay. Prayers probably wouldn't cleanse her sins by no means. The defendant goes on to say that the books her family. Who is she? The defendant also writes. I don't know I guess she's talking about the DA. Prayers wouldn't cleanse the DA's sins by no means. That's really funny. The defendant goes on to say that the books her family and her attorney have purchased for her are being held, and the judge has been made aware of the problems. The defendant closes the letter with a meaningful quote about loneliness and being forgotten. The defendant also writes in a jail letter to her Aunt Marilyn about an upcoming court date. The defendant says, "Prayers my way, please. Court is Friday at 1 for our 6-week check-in so the DA team can show out like fools." Not my own words, but much nicer than what I have to say. The defendant repeatedly writes jail letters out to her family that contain fabricated or exaggerated information. The defendant also told Christina Brooks Keaton that the defendant was writing a book about the unalivings, and the defendant told Amber Monk she was getting Netflix and movie deals. The defendant told Keaton that Reagan Hancock was her best friend, and the defendant misses the times that her and Reagan would sit and talk. That's sickening. The defendant also said that she hates that people could think the defendant could do something like that to her best friend. The defendant wanted Keaton to make a copy of her book, but Keaton told the defendant that the copy machine was broken at the jail. The defendant plays the victim in every scenario in the jail. She is constantly telling the correctional officers that they are treating her differently or discriminating against her. On or about October 1st, 2021, the defendant filed a grievance with the jail because she believed she didn't have a television to watch. The defendant wrote that she had right not to be discriminated against, and I feel that is the issue here. The defendant told the medical staff one time that a doctor at the hospital, I'm not laughing because I think this is funny. I'm laughing because it's like literally unbelievable. This girl's insane. Let's see. The defendant told the medical staff one time that a doctor at the hospital refused to treat her because of her charges. The defendant was at the hospital under bogus pretenses. The defendant also repeated this same story in a letter to Lana Addison. She wrote, "The ER provider refused to treat me because of my crime." I think I could say that. "Said to stay in jail and unalive was better." That broke my heart. Okay. The defendant will fabricate injuries in the jail and then get mad at the medical staff when they tell her nothing is wrong with her. On one occasion, the defendant reported that she tripped and fell on a spot in the floor after it was mopped, and the defendant believes she was injured. The defendant was sent to the hospital, and the x-rays showed there was nothing wrong with the defendant. The defendant was transported back to the jail and then yelled that she was going to call her attorney. Several correctional officers have observed this type of behavior, including I don't want to name these people. The defendant will rant and rave at the officers to intimidate them to get her way. The defender told Monk, Nelson, and others that she has a deal with Netflix about the unalivings. The defendant said that Netflix wanted to film the defendant while she was in the Bowie County Jail before trial, but the sheriff's department wouldn't allow Netflix to film inside the jail. Let's see. According to the BCSO, Netflix has made no such request. That's funny. The defendant stated that her documentary and or movie will end how the trial ends. The defendant also stated that Lifetime wants to do a movie about her and that Nancy Grace is trying to get an interview. Nancy Grace would literally eat this girl alive. That's not true. Okay. The defendant's claims about a Lifetime movie, Netflix documentary, and other various networks and or news outlets wanting to make documentaries, movies, or interview her is continuous and ongoing at the Bowie County Jail. The defendant's Netflix/Lifetime story has evolved to now include bogus information that her defense team is illegally facilitating meetings between Parker and TV producers. The most recent version, there are several, involves the defense attorneys telling the jail administrators that visitors to the jail are working on Parker's defense at trial, when, according to Parker, the jail visitors are actually the TV producers. Oh my gosh, she's crazy. The stories the defendant tells at the jail involving what she can do through her defense team are never ending. The defendant also maintains to the jail staff and other inmates that her family is wealthy and they own ranches and get millions of dollars in oil and gas money. I thought
And
she was part
she's
of the
a
Salt
soft
family.
cherry. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
know she's a blackburn syrup woman too. I'm telling you, I read that somewhere that her family is with the blackburn syrup people.
I knew about the salt. I didn't know about the oil.
The names she comes up with for the characters that there was 36 different people that she made up,
The mama.
and then some.
Okay, no, they did bring up the salt. Other stories include that her family are wealthy hog farmers. That is the last thing I would have expected from this.
I really
Or,
have a question. I got a question.
okay.
Okay. How do you make money on the hogs? I didn't know that that was such a thing. People like unalive them down here just to get rid of them. I mean, if I knew we could make money on them, I'd been doing what Wade was doing.
I think I would assume you sell them like we sell cattle down here.
And you wild ones though, because there's a difference in the taste, I thought.
I think there is. What is Melissa said her defense team came to my house after trial trying to get me to change my story.
Okay, so
Hold
the
on.
hogs are not wild. They're like raised hogs, or are they wild hogs? We got to figure this out.
I'm trying to find Melissa's comment. Hold
What
on.
in the
What?
world, Jenna? Where have you been? Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
You're good. Melissa, where? Did I say your name in here or
Oh, so
something?
the hogs are to populate the hunting ranches, is what some people are saying. So if you own a ranch where you let people hog hunt and they hunt all the hogs, you don't have any, your hog population goes down, so you have to repopulate. So they drop them off so people can hunt them.
Oh, so it's like
Yeah,
cheating.
Like a
It's cheating.
controlled hunt, yeah.
Yeah. My
I
daddy would
saw.
call me and Lizzie's daddy would call that cheating. Sorry.
I don't know. My daddy probably would not. Well, he would say that, but my dad was a hunting cheater.
He was a
If y'all ever had me and Misty get on and tell y'all stories about our dads,
people couldn't handle it.
we'd probably be
You
in
watched
jail
my TikTok
ourselves.
earlier today, which you didn't because I think maybe 100 people saw it. It was funny. Did you read it, Lizzie?
About your dad's hair? I did.
That was funny. It said, I forgot what it said. I'm gonna have to go find out what it said. Go ahead and read. Sorry.
Oh, no, I'm going back. Melissa, I saw you said you're here. What do you mean? Are you. Because you said her defense team came to my house after trial trying to get me to change my story.
Hold up. What are we talking about?
That's what Melissa commented that. And I'm trying to see, like, did I say her name or did I miss a message that said your story? She
Melissa
testified.
testified. What? I
Who
need to
are
know
you
your
to?
story, girlfriend.
Right.
Um. Oh shit!
Melissa
Really?
M. Wait a
Hold up.
minute.
I know.
I'm going to have to see. I'm not that great with Canva, guys, so I'm trying to see if I can search. Yeah, we do need to put her.
Yes. If
Oh, a
she's
former co-worker put Melissa on the stand.
look
I'm
at
sure
you,
she does
Megan.
not want to be back on the stand, guys. But we can put her in a box. Bring witness.
Melissa, you're welcome to tell your story, but if you don't want to, you ain't got to. You can just answer questions in the comments. It's up to you. Irma said, look, we need to get you up there. Yeah, you ain't
Table
gotta be on
jury
camera,
duty.
girlfriend. We just need you on there. But hold on.
Irma
Can
said,
you
long
request the
time
box?
listener, first time caller.
I love you. Okay. So while we're putting Melissa in the box, I'm scared to put Melissa, if you will request it, can you request it or no? Will it let you? I'm looking, I'm sorry. Is it Hart? Is it the Hart, Melissa Hart? Is that her name,
Hold on, I
Lizzie?
can.
Oh my gosh, it just disappeared.
Hold on. Well, I can't
Yes,
see now because
yes,
I'm
it
in
is.
here.
It is. I see it. I see it. Hold on.
We're
Okay.
getting tornado warnings here, so if you lose me, it's because I went to the basement.
Oh, stay safe, please.
I'm gonna mute myself and you do
Lauren.
this.
Lauren said, Melissa, come on down. You are the next bidder on The Price is Right. I'm so sorry. That is terrible that I'm reading it like that. Okay. I'm muting too. Not yet. I'll talk it whenever you get on. I got to follow you. All right. Let's go.
So I worked with her at Express most of the time that she was, well, all the time that she was there. I'm the one that actually found the signature where she lied about who she was and the signature she was putting out there, and I'm the one that got her fired.
What did you do a lot of investigating to find this out, or did it take a lot of, like, while she was working with you, did you notice a lot of her consistent lies, or how did that work?
Yes, so she started lying literally the week that she started. The very first week, we had a cancer bus screening come over to our office and do cancer screenings on everyone. We all went out one at a time. Everybody came back in. They're like, oh, went good. She came back in and she came to me and she says, well, they found something. They think that I have cancer, so I have to have a biopsy. And I'm just like, okay, you know. And then she goes into, but I don't have insurance and I don't have any money. So can I borrow? I think she asked for like $450. Like, can I borrow this from my check and I can pay it back? And I was all like, sure, you know. So we did that. And I was going to take out like payments every week. And every week she would come up with some other excuse like, oh, I've got this bill to pay or this bill to pay. So from very early on, the stories started, and it just, she had a broke arm at one point, like, and then the next day she was fine. I mean, there was so
A
many
broke arm?
crazy things. Yes.
Am I not muted? Okay, I thought I was muted. Sorry. I just cannot see how you can fake a broke arm.
Yeah. And I actually would cover her desk for her while she would go to lunch, and she would leave her Facebook open and all of her emails. So I would go in there every day and just see what I could find, because you knew she was a bad person. Like, you could tell just from the vibe, just from being around her, you knew something was really bad off. So I was bound and determined to find something that would get her ass fired. And finally I did.
Hallelujah.
Melissa is the Steph of the workplace.
Yes.
Yeah. She worked for us about, I think it was a little over a year total that she worked for us.
That is crazy that she worked for y'all a year before y'all could get her gone.
Yes. But, you know, some people, she was very, very good at being very convincing and making people feel sorry for her. She loved that. That was her play.
What was the final straw to get her fired?
The final straw was whenever I found the signature where she basically had kind of created her own staffing company. She was calling these companies and saying, oh, I'm going to send you this person to come to work. And where she found these people, I don't know. I don't know if she pulled our people or if she just was finding random people's information and calling them. I don't know where those people came from. But we found that email that she had sent out and was saying, hey, this person's going to be there tomorrow at 9. And we're going, you don't even do staffing.
Savalisha said, is this the same job as the one listed on the documentary? The staffing company.
Yes. But after we fired her, she did go to the Mount Pleasant staffing agency and worked for them for a small amount of time as well.
Did she try to initiate any romantic, like in her office relationships or anything?
We had a really young guy that was working with us and was super sweet. She would try to he would walk her to her car every day, and we're sitting there going, no, get away from her. She's not right. But every man that would walk in that door, she would flirt with them, bat her eyebrow. Y'all should have seen her inbox on Facebook. It was full of dudes. Full
You love
of
the male
dudes.
attention.
Yes, yes. And they loved her for whatever reason, but it was crazy.
How is the lady that talked on the documentary?
Lindsay,
I have no idea.
Yes, the woman that she copied her story, and it was really traumatic for her.
yeah, she's doing a lot better. Of course, she's still, she was really struggling before all that happened, but she's getting better.
That is so crazy. I went to school with Lindsay and her sisters. This girl is crazy. What was I gonna say? Were there any times you were scared she was like gonna do anything crazy? Like, did you ever suspect it while she was working with you that she was gonna be this crazy in the future or now or then?
We knew she wasn't right. We wasn't expecting anything to this impact. And what is scary is that there was other girls that were working in the office with us that were pregnant at the same time. And whenever she supposedly got pregnant with the twins, another one of the girls at work had just announced to everyone that she was pregnant. And then here comes Taylor, oh, me too. And we're sitting there going, but she had already told other people in the office she had the hysterectomy. So we knew she was lying.
Lizzie, why didn't you correct me? I had former worker of Taylor. You got to correct me. I didn't know what I had up there. That sounded crazy.
I didn't even say it. I was listening.
It's okay. It's been very informative, and I appreciate you coming on so much, Melissa. We love anything you would be willing to tell us. We appreciate it so much. Anyways, had to one up. Yes, she always had to one up people.
Irma said I would have been like, Cody, do what?
That is crazy.
So how and they probably said this in the documentary, but I don't remember it. My memory is terrible. How long before the crime, I'm going to say, took place did she work there? Like, how long was it?
That is a good question.
She got fired, I'm pretty sure it was around September of 2019.
Oh, so like the year before, right?
Yep.
Wow.
So when she came up there, didn't she come up there when she was pregnant? Or pregnant? That came out wrong.
No, that she didn't claim that she was pregnant until.
I don't know if you can say that. I'm sorry. But I know she went to a clinic and said that her husband had been murdered in the army or whatever, military. Did that happen?
That story we never got. She was married
Disregard that.
She was married to Hunter whenever she started.
I have read that somewhere. I'm just saying, Irma, I read it somewhere. Y'all just bear with me. Allegedly, that happened. Did any employee say read it, Lizzie?
Did any employee say, hey, you had a hysterectomy, so how are you pregnant with twins?
Yes, that's what I wanted to know.
I wasn't very close with her because I didn't get a good vibe from her, so she knew I didn't like her and vice versa. Now, Lindsay may have questioned her about that. I see Lindsay being one to question her about that. Now, the response that she got, I don't know. As far as once she made the gender reveal announcement pregnancy thing, she had unfriended all of us on Facebook. So all of us saw that, but none of us could go in there and be all like, what? Or she had a hysterectomy. Like, she made sure that nobody could reach out and post anything on that.
And keeping in mind, no one could have fathomed that someone would, like, just reading these court documents and how she just goes from one delusional thought to another. No one could have predicted that she would actually physically carry out her fabrications.
Good night,
No. She wasn't scary by any means. I mean, it's not somebody you was afraid to be around or anything like that. She didn't put fear in you that, she was that type of crazy. She was just a liar. And that's why I didn't like her, because I knew she was a liar.
And because you only hang out with the real people.
Yep.
I like that.
And honestly, I don't think she's like, and I don't know her, but just like the things that have come out about her, I don't think she intended to be a murderer. She just was super desperate in the moment to have the baby.
That's crazy. Y'all, I really thought I had made it up. I'm not meaning to change the subject, but it is in the YouTube documentary that she went into the clinic and said something about her husband had been murdered, and that he was murdered in the military, and that's why it was something. That's why she couldn't go to her appointment or something. If you know, Ashley, let me know what happened, because there's so much I have read. I don't know what's what right now. I need to get my ducks in a row, because my ducks are spread out and they quacking. I agree. I recall something about the military. Thank you, Stables, because I really thought for a second I was crazy. I mean, I am. Quack ain't quick. Yeah. I'm telling you. I was not, I didn't prepare for today. I rode my route and I pulled over and TikTok a little while for a second for like a break, and then I got back on the road, and it's just been a long day. Does anyone think that Wade was in it for the money? I've seen this question twice. And the comments, I won't filter them out. What do y'all think? I'm just curious. I don't personally, just coming from me, I do not think that he was in it for the money, but I am curious to know what everybody else thinks. Somebody said,
I can only go by what he said when he was on the live a couple nights ago, that he said that he figured out early on that was never going to come to fruition. He was so deep into it with her. She made his life so chaotic and so miserable. All he could hardly focus on was just going to work, coming home, getting a bite to eat, and going to bed. There's more to the story as far as she had attached herself to his boss and his boss's wife, and had manipulated that relationship. So there was a lot to it that he talked about, and he talks about in other videos too, that he knew the money wasn't coming, but it was essentially, he was afraid that if he kicked her out, he did believe that she was pregnant. He believed, and she had her daughter, at least had visitation with her daughter, and he did not want to kick them out and leave them essentially homeless, because she did not seem to have a good family dynamic or anywhere else to go. So it was basically like a roommate situation until the baby came.
I agree. I don't know him, Kayla, but I do feel that way. She said Roger was a big part of this. Just that feeling I got from hearing about this case. I am like that. Just, I don't know. It has me feeling different. So I see what you're saying.
Apparently there was text messages exchanged between she and Roger, and she would
Ain't no
say,
way.
I love you, and he would say, I love you too, baby girl, and it just seemed like he was enjoying getting the attention from a younger girl.
And also,
Oh,
the Wade explained the other night that they were only together like a month or two before she said she was pregnant. So at that point, he was literally just going back to the whole, do we think he's in it for the money or whatever, but they weren't together very long, and then she found out she was pregnant. And one thing about the South is most men feel like they need to stay to support a child, and I like he said, there was no money. He said that on live the other night. He said there was no money. Every time something would come up, if she wanted, anything, she would say, well, this is what I want, but, I'll have that money coming in eventually. And then he would just buy it, knowing that money was not coming back to him. So there was no money at all.
Maggie said, I assumed Roger's baby girl was like a father-daughter thing. What do y'all think about that?
Wade said that wasn't how he interpreted it, based on how much he defended her and how miserable he made him at work, giving him longer shifts, really giving him a hard time, not letting him off for doctor's appointments. So she was puppeting.
Hold up, baby. I gotta have that. Look, tell your daddy to charge this one up. Tell your dad to charge this one up. And you can watch it.
Who is this? Mama,
That is crazy. That
Mama, who did it?
it's your dad's. Go give it to him. He threatened to fire him if he ended it with her. That is just crazy.
There was a video I saw, and I wish I could find it. I need to try to look it up. And it was two of the law enforcement officers, and they said the links that she went to and the documentation that she fabricated was nothing like they had seen, to where she was always one step ahead of the lie. She always had some sort of evidence that she presented.
You know what? Go get me one of these. I wonder though, because the wife had suspicions. Because I was listening to a documentary and a podcast today. I'm gonna list it right here. It is called Seriously. Anyways, it is She is Beyond Unhinged, the barbaric case of Reagan Hancock and Taylor Parker. I want to make sure I mention this, but on here, Roger's wife bought pregnancy tests for her and everything, and it has where she stated that she came out with the paper. She went in with no paper and came out with a printed piece of paper that said she was pregnant. So I mean that she's like, it's just hard not to believe.
It was COVID time too, so they didn't want multiple people going back in the doctor's office.
Um, 2016 paper. Jenna, did I miss your blue collar wife? I agree. If y'all want me to put that name in the comments, I will. But it's seriously.
Oh, I meant to tell you before I got on here.
Yes, Jenna. Lizzie, give me just 1 second. Thank you for correcting me. The pregnancy paper was dated 2016. I don't know. Melissa, were you? No, I don't think so. It was dated for 2016, and the nurse that signed it was the same person that the paper was made out to. So it was like the paper was made out to this individual, and then the person that signed it, like she messed up on the document, and then she got mad and said something. I don't know. I'll have to look into it more. Sorry, I'm not a journalist. I'm just here because I'm interested.
Y'all were talking about fakeapregnancy.com the other day. I was talking to my sister-in-law about this case right before we got on here. And so I was like, let me go check this website out. Huge sale. I don't know if it has anything to do with this story or the documentary coming out. When I tell y'all everything's like $4.99, and I feel like I just got on there the other day when this all first came out, and it was not like that.
So did they have baby bumps, the fake bumps that move? I haven't seen one. I've looked them up everywhere.
Not that move. Hold on, I'll show you.
No, I'm not. Mandela, I'm not. Hold on. I don't want to get sued, but I am fixing to find out where it's at so I can show you what I'm talking about.
Somebody said their stocks did great today.
I know, Lauren. What'd you say, LJ?
Somebody said their stocks did great today. I know. Who said they're going to see that in my search history? I know. When I was looking it up earlier, I said that. And what's so funny is I'm super into all this. Like, I watch body cam videos on YouTube literally all the time while I'm working.
Lizzie, I'm not meaning to interrupt you.
No.
It was that also, but oh my gosh, what was Roger's wife's name?
Couldn't tell you. The 2016 document was for the gender reveal, because that's the one Stephanie had.
Yeah, there's another one. Y'all give me just a second. Angela. Y'all bear with me, because I'm fixing to come with facts, and if I mess up, I'm going to admit that I'm wrong.
Anyway, Lauren, yes, I was literally just talking to my mom about how my search history is going to get me in a lot of trouble one day with these videos that I watch. But we're on fakeapregnancy.com. Or fake a baby, sorry. I'm trying to see if they have those bellies.
Man, I wish I could find that part where they said that in this thing. Wait, is there a possibility, like, if I played that one little clip, I'd get in trouble? Probably, right? Or no?
What clip? From the documentary? Yes, I would not play that.
Man. Okay.
Mr. Weimer, I think is how you say your name. We don't have a list of all the other documentaries and podcasts, but you can definitely Google her name and tons of them come up. The only one that I know is Rotten Mangoes on YouTube. That's the one I've watched. But you also type her name on YouTube too.
Okay, I'm muting.
I'm sorry,
I'll
guys.
be back
Hold
in a
on.
little while. I'm listening, but I'm muting.
Okay, well, I was gonna mute and but it's fine. Y'all are just gonna hear me fuss at my dog if I have to. Let's see. Hush. Go lay down. Yeah, I didn't watch the True Crime Kelly one yet. I'm trying to look for these. They have, I think they said hers was silicone.
She, like, was it in person? Did they call her? Did she act out? Did she tell more lies? Or did she just kind of accept it and move on?
It was in person. They actually said it was the most bizarre firing they've ever done. She just sat there, looked at them, said, okay, got her stuff, and walked out the door.
Oh, that would freak me out.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they did find the fake belly. Melissa, I've had to fire a lot of people in my day with my old job, and if somebody just looked at me and said, "Okay," I would run.
Yeah, she definitely made an impact for sure. Oh, she also had a wall in her office of selfies. No pictures of her kids, nothing like that. They were all just printed off photos that she had printed and stuck to the wall, and just had this mirage of photos of herself that she would stare at all day.
That's
Oh my
crazy.
gosh, that is so weird.
Yep, she loved her some Taylor.
I'm gonna read this part that I thought what I thought was going on. I haven't found if it's true or not. I'm just reading where I was at the in the podcast. So I'm gonna read it, and y'all can yell at me if I'm for sure wrong, but I might be wrong. But there was one major red flag for Angela Pate, who is related to Wade, which is Wade's boss's wife. Angela and Taylor had apparently gotten close, and Taylor often vented to her about her relationship. I'm trying to cut this down. She vented to her about her relationship issues with Wade and how she was worried that Wade would leave her. Taylor had confided in Angela that she had a prior hysterectomy. She told Angela that before telling Wade that she was pregnant, she should take another pregnancy test to really confirm this is true. She assured her that she was pregnant and told her that this pregnancy was intended by God. She was excited. She was showing all of her family and friends the sonogram pictures of her test results. If it was related to the baby, she was sharing it, even urine test. So this is where I think April 2020, Taylor sent a confirmation to Angela saying, here's the bad thing is it's just, you don't have to wait. Here's the confirmation from my nurse. I am pregnant. I know you were worried, but there's nothing to worry about. But there was just one problem that Angela noticed with the letter. The name of the nurse who signed the letter had the same name as the patient of the letter that it was confirming to be pregnant. I knew I wasn't making it up. That's it. Y'all go listen to this podcast. I'm promoting it. It'll be below. I'm just saying it's a really good podcast. I thought that was crazy. I was like, man, am I making it up? But I know that she also did the same thing to Steph. So not only was it one, it happened to Angela, it also happened to Steph. Mom. Do what? Mama. Nobody's on tonight, Pamela. You just get us.
We are somebody. But we're nobody from the case. Well, actually, Melissa worked with Taylor, so I'm going to say she counts.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Caleb, go listen to the podcast, because if I have to read that again, y'all will all end up having to send me back to kindergarten. Yes. Was it her stepdad or her real dad?
Steph and Wade are not getting on today.
They're not getting on. If y'all want to see them, y'all can probably go to their page.
Irma, that's my dream. We might have to break off and do our own podcast.
Me and Misty have talked about doing a podcast for years.
Seriously.
I think that people actually want to hear from everyday people's thoughts and opinions, and going down rabbit holes and the things that people are most interested in.
Thank you, Jay Spooley. I wish I could Jenna, I wish I could pin your thing. Is who mad at each other? I feel like this is gonna be a comment that's gonna be blocked. I'll hold the mic. No, Irma, you coming in it, girl. You gonna be in it too. I do have these appeal documents, but y'all already know I can't read. Wade and them just get stuck answering the same questions over and over again. I
They
listened to
do.
YouTube today, Rotten Mango. I tried to listen to it, but I had a kid screaming and I couldn't get into it. So you're saying the nurse's signature was signed by Taylor, Morton, or Parker? If so, which last name? No, I'm saying it was the same. It said this. What did it say, Lizzie? Fix it.
They what?
Fix me. Fix what I just said because I can't.
Oh, the gender reveal document, right? They had a document from the doctor's office. Is that what you're talking about? Is a document?
Angela, the one that happened with Angela. The letter said the nurse was pregnant. Thank you, Morgan. That's what I needed you to tell me. And the nurse's signature was Oppo. I can't talk. I'm Sid the Sloth over here. Mind your biscuits. The nurse's signature was also the same name on the sonogram. Yes.
And
So
if
we
you're
have another
just
coworker on
joining,
here.
make sure you follow that awkward mom.
What'd you say, Melissa? I'm sorry.
There's another one of our coworkers on here that just logged in. Yes, and she can tell probably a lot of information as well.
What is her name? Or wait, I want to make sure she wants to go on beforehand. I don't want to bombard y'all. That's one thing about this. I feel like it can be very overwhelming. So if she's on here and she don't want to come on, you don't have to come on, but we would love to see you.
And if you want to, make yourself known in the chat and then also request to join and we'll get you added in.
Yes, for sure. Allie, my husband.
I made us a chat people. You please encourage Misty. Irma, tell me if you agree. I'm specifically talking to you because you stay on her like we do. Sydney, we don't either, so that's fine. I told Misty she should do this every time there's a really interesting documentary that comes out or an interesting case that happens, that she should talk about all of these because she's really good at it. And I think everybody has enjoyed listening to her talk about it.
You are. And look at all the people
y'all.
that you have had just in the past 3 nights that, it's actual factual information, people that are close to the case. I think you've done a really good job.
Thank y'all so much.
We might have to find someone who's a little bit more familiar with live, but how to operate all these different things. But
say it again. I interrupted you, Hallmark.
I said you are doing a really good job. In the past few nights, you've had people who are legitimately close to the case who've given their side of the story and added. I mean, it's jaw-dropping, the facts and the information that have come about like every 20, 30 minutes since I started joining, and I'm grateful you let me be on. But yeah, you are doing a great job. You should have a lot of confidence in yourself. We just need to find somebody that knows how to work the live and how to troubleshoot the tech part.
I just need y'all to know though, like for real. And Lizzie, as my person, like Hallmark, you asked to join the live the other night. You kept it flowing, girl, because I freeze up and then I forget things. I gotta have somebody be like, hey.
We don't live in a big enough. We don't live in a big enough town to just go up to people and ask them with a mic. I think we might catch 2 people outside. We both live really far in the woods, so
we country girls. We gotta sit here.
Sid said she'll tell her story. She's on there now.
Oh yay, okay.
In my little town, we have a gas station pizza and a Greasy Spoon diner and a Dollar General.
Girl, we got a gas station without gas pumps.
You at the general store?
No, never mind. That's where I work. Just kidding.
What? Oh, you talking about yeah.
I'm so sorry, y'all. Just kidding. Brookhaven has gas stations with gas pumps.
I just need a place close enough for me to get a cold pop.
Yes. Okay, Sydney. It's Sydney, right? I hope it is. I just added her.
Yep, that's her.
Hey, Sydney.
Hi. You might hear my daughter behind me. Hi.
No,
Melissa,
you're
bring it.
fine.
So, yeah, I don't even know where to start with that because I know I have a very similar experience as Melissa did with her. I'm not gonna lie, I really liked her when when we started working together. I thought she was fun. She was just always seemed happy, and I had a good impression. So now, obviously, after all this, it really questions my ability to really question my ability to like red flag with people, because I know Melissa knows who I'm talking about. One of our friends, she immediately was like, "No, there's something off with her," and I was just
See,
like,
I
"Oh
would
my
be like
gosh."
your friend.
Yeah, I was just like, well, you're just such a cynic. I don't, you don't give people a chance. And, no, she hit the nail on the head with that one. Um, but no, she actually, so in September of 2019, so I can't remember exactly what month she was let go, but it was just a couple of months after this, but I found out I was pregnant with my daughter. And, I had my first appointment and I came back to the office, and I was going through and telling everybody, and like showing my ultrasound, and I went into her office and told her, and the first thing she said was, "Oh my gosh, me too." And I was just I was like, "Oh wow, okay, cool, like we're gonna be, pregnant in the office together, that's fun." And I went to one of our friends or one of our coworkers, and I was like, "Yeah, I just went in there and told Taylor that I was pregnant," and she said she's pregnant. She said her
Ain't
friend,
nobody have their
no,
their floor. Their
yeah,
essentially.
yeah. She said that bitch ain't pregnant, and I was like, "What?"
Who
And
Melissa did?
no, it was
Oh,
one of our coworkers, but I mean, we all were kind of on the, and I was just like, I guess I couldn't even like really wrap my head around it at that time. Like, no, well, she just said she was, and she was like, "No, she's not. She's already told us she had the hysterectomy," and I was like, "Oh my god, I don't know. I can't keep all this straight," and just kind of didn't really bring it up from there. But I do know that when she was let go, she removed most of our coworkers from Facebook, but she did not remove me. And I do think that it was because I was pregnant at that time. And she was, I even remember her messaging me once, but it was kind of early. Like, it wasn't long after she had left, and was like, "Hey, just checking in." And I was like, "Oh, it's fine." But like the maternity pictures and stuff hadn't been really, I don't think they had been posted yet. So it really wasn't like really out there. But she was just like, "Oh, I'm doing good. I'm just been sick," and then it just kind of, we never connected again after that. But that's just crazy.
that is so crazy.
Yeah. And did Melissa tell you? I didn't know if I missed this part. Did Melissa talk about like the day it happened, like when we found out at the office?
Melissa.
No, I didn't
No,
No.
talk
she
about that.
didn't.
No.
That is like the biggest thing that sticks with me about all of this is like I can remember I had been out, not in the office that day, and I came back. It was like 4 o'clock, and I went into my office. I don't really remember who was in there with me exactly, but I pulled up with my Facebook, and I was like, I think I had said like I'm fixing to go see. Well, because the day before when that bomb threat happened, we were talking about that. Like, do you think that it's possible that it was her? And which, it's just, we were just speculating then and just thinking she's crazy enough to do that. And anyways, like I remember getting on Facebook, and when my page refreshed, it was that article that everyone's talked about with that announced that Reagan was murdered, and it still gives me chills when I think about it, because we were all just like, no, surely not. And yeah, no, it was true. And it was, I remember texting some of my friends and that were like from that area, and they started hearing who it was. And so, and it was already kind of going around through text, like, no, they're saying it's Taylor Parker. They're saying it's Taylor Parker. And then of course, not long after that, it was announced. But it just gives me chills when I think about that, because my heart just dropped when I read that headline in New Boston. So it just makes me sick.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine like living in that situation and knowing about these people. Like for me, it's like, and probably for a lot of people, just being an outsider looking in, it's like super crazy that it even happened. So I can't imagine the trauma and the amount of emotions y'all feel by knowing who these people were and stuff. It's just crazy.
No, just being in the same room as her for as long as, because when you work with people, you see them 5 days a week, all day. Like they really are like embedded in your life at that time. And then when they're not, they're not. But I don't know. It's just crazy to think about being even in the vicinity of somebody capable of doing that.
Yeah, and then having to say you had to testify in a murder
Oh
trial
yeah,
is
no,
crazy as well.
yeah, I was glad I didn't have to do that. One of them called me. One of the detectives did, and I just gave her my account. And then somebody called me later on and just said because I wasn't working there at this time. I left probably like I don't know, a couple months after this happened. And so when they were starting the investigation, I wasn't working there, and they did call me back and said that like my account was just very similar to those other coworkers that did testify, so they didn't pursue what I had to say, which was perfectly fine. I did not want to get wrapped up in all of that, but yes, I remember Melissa and the other ones that did. I was so stressed for y'all.
Yeah, and I do remember too, another part of the testimony that they had me read out loud that I wasn't even expecting was like, we do these interview questions that you have to fill out on paper whenever you first come in to, get a job with us. And like one of the questions was like, what's your dream job? And I remember Taylor's response was working with pregnant women.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
And, we had it that she had worked for the clinic in Mount Pleasant. That's what she had listed on her application. Now, if that's actually true or not, that part I don't know.
Yeah, I remember that.
Irma said, do what? And then I wanted to see, somebody had said, oh, never mind. Okay, never mind. I thought Lauren, I thought you said you been a witness in something else. So never mind. Heather said that's crazy.
There is a Netflix movie called Inventing Anna, and it's based on a true story, and it came out in 2022, and the story is very similar when it comes to how she went about. This girl scammed major banks and lawyers in New York City and claimed to be an heiress, and she was saying like she was going on these $20,000 vacations. She had scammed her friends, and she used a lot of the same techniques that Taylor used with the voice apps and the fabrication of documents, creating like fictional characters in her story, and she went to prison for it. But you should watch that movie as well.
Yes, Melissa and Sydney, do y'all care if I ask anybody to ask any questions that they have? If y'all don't mind, I was gonna.
That's fine with me.
Yeah, I don't care.
Questions. Yes. It is wild. I agree 100%.
Good night, everybody. Our power's flickering, and I'm, of course, from the Midwest and watching the storm roll in from my porch. So I'm going to let everybody go. Thank you again for letting me be on. And for those of you that this has directly impacted your life, I'm really sorry. And I am genuinely praying for this entire situation.
Thank you so much, Hallmark. And we appreciate you. Alrighty, y'all. Sorry.
I can't pin comments, but somebody said, "What made you hire Taylor? Like, what quality stuck
Yeah.
out?" But I don't.
She had worked a previous temp job at another doctor's office for us, and she worked there for about 4 to 5 months. And the reason why they ended that job is because they said that they no longer needed the help. So, in our point of view, she looked like a good employee. We never had any issues out of her when we put her on that temp job. So, we didn't realize all the information until actually we didn't know that she had done a horrible job for them until the trial. Whenever I was actually testifying with one of the office managers for that particular clinic, and that's whenever I found out that she had done horrific things with them as well.
That is so crazy. I'm looking for them.
It was Express. What was it? It was Express something.
It's Express Employment.
Thank you.
My ex got scammed and I helped him figure it out. The girl didn't. I don't know what that means, Lizzie. Do you see that comment? The girl didn't. Let me go back to
Didn't
the.
unalive anyone, but did unalive herself. She's just not pertaining to Taylor. She's saying that her ex got scammed and she helped him figure it out. The girl didn't unalive anybody, but she didn't unalive herself. Yeah.
How do y'all feel about? Well, that's not. I don't know if y'all want to answer that. Never mind. I'm so sorry. But since I was gonna say it, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, and y'all don't have to answer it. But with it being HIPAA laws, y'all couldn't say anything, correct? Since y'all knew, or yeah, y'all knew that she couldn't have a baby, or did y'all not know at the time? Whenever y'all saw her post,
We had her, or at least in my experience, we had heard from I was told by a friend of mine that was working for her or working with her son's dad. So she's one of my best friends. We somehow got the connection that she was talking with her, and then when I remember there was like a time where I think it was like Christmas Eve, and she texted me and was like, "Hey, are y'all working today?" And I said no, or I don't know if we got off early or whatever. And she said, and she was like, "Oh, okay." Well, she told him that she couldn't get the kid because she has to work today. So it was like one of those situations. And so when all this started and we were like screenshotting it back and forth, she was like, "Yeah, no, that this can't be true because this is what he said." And anyways, that I think other people in the office too had I think she had told other people, if I'm remembering correctly, that she had that done, had a hysterectomy done. So it was just kind of we were all like, "Yeah, no, this isn't true."
that is so crazy. I think that this is just me speaking what I think and just speculating, and maybe this might be dangerous for me to speak, but I'm going to. I think that her mom and hey, don't be so loud. I think that her mom and her boyfriend or husband at the time, I don't know which one it was, but whenever she went in to have that surgery, whenever they had to do the emergency hysterectomy or whatever, I think that played a role into. I mean, I think she was crazy before this, but I think that she was. I think she still wanted to have babies. I think she was had an obsession with being pregnant. I don't know. When you lie, it's hard to keep up with what you tell. It was the doctors and nurses that knew that. Yeah, you can't get up here, baby. Go.
Yeah, and like I said, she had unfriended, like me personally, she had unfriended me whenever she still worked there because she knew I didn't like her. But I didn't know any of her. I didn't know Wade. I didn't know anybody that she had, become friends with. So there was nobody that I could personally reach out to and say, "Hey, red flag." that, would be justifiable because they didn't know me. So I could just be, just a random person telling them crazy stories for all they knew.
Morgan asked, why didn't you like her?
I got a bad vibe from her from the very beginning. Even when she first started, she was lying on her time cards, saying she was getting there 15 minutes, 30 minutes earlier than what she actually did. And I called her out on that. So from the very beginning, her and I did not see eye to eye.
And see, I didn't have to like work with her logistically like that. We had different roles, so like we didn't really necessarily work directly with each other. And so when I would come in and just like chat, I mean, it was just fine. Like she was always laughing and funny. And then like as time went on, and like the other girls were telling me like things about the time card, and then like she came in one time with her arm in a sling and had this whole story of something with that, and then just like a couple of days later it was just gone and nobody said anything about it again. And then she just always had, I think one time she came in about her electricity or her water or something was shut off, and it was just this big dramatic thing with that. And we like, some of the people helped her out with it. Like she just always had something going on. And that's kind of when things like that were happening, where I was starting to be like, okay, yeah, no, I think you guys are onto something with this. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I was fooled from the beginning.
That's crazy because that's what she told Reagan, was that her water got cut off. Must be a common lie she used.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for sharing the live.
Also, somebody asked how you know her, and I apologize. I said that she doesn't, but I'm going to correct myself. I thought you were talking about Misty. You were talking about Sydney. Sydney and Melissa worked with Taylor. Sorry.
Zero, my hero. We are discussing about when Sydney and Melissa worked with Taylor, and just that. Lizzie, tone. I'm gonna run to the restroom. I'll be right back. I had to pee.
Sissy, no, we're not all ex-coworkers. Sydney and Melissa are. Misty's just been kind of discussing the case for a few days. She had Steph and Cody on her live on Monday, and Wade, and then she had Wade on here Tuesday. I think Steph maybe tried to get on here. I am childhood friends with Misty. I was just helping her reading, and then now I'm here.
Melissa, do you remember? I don't really remember the timing of this, so can't remember like who this was. But do you remember that day she came in and she had that little girl with her? And I mean, it wasn't her daughter, and it was like somebody. I don't remember. You don't have to say who it was, but I don't know. I remember this vividly, like walking in, and I was like, "Oh, who is this?" And she was like, "Oh, I'm just keeping her." And I was like, "You're working at front desk. Like, you can't have this kid here in the office." And she was there all day.
That was her daughter.
Was it? I thought it was somebody else's daughter she said she was keeping.
I think there was 2 times. There was one time whenever it was her daughter, and there was another time when maybe it was somebody that she was seeing at the time's daughter.
Yeah, I feel like that's what she said. But it was like in between after she was going through her divorce and then before she met Wade.
Yep. It was in between that because she was, and then she would send flowers to herself all the time.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Wow.
Yes. Ugh.
Heather, no, I did get to read a chunk earlier. I think talking to Melissa and Sydney has been a little bit more interesting to listen to me read. We can read any day. That's crazy. I don't know. I mean, I don't have kids, but I know I've had people have to bring their kids in at the end of the day and stuff, but something tells me she was just bringing her daughter in for attention. Just the type of person she was.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and because like I said, there was no pictures of her kids in her office. Like the rest of us that have kids, we had our We had pictures of our kids up everywhere. She had pictures of herself. That's it.
And they weren't even on a bulletin board. They were literally like pinned into the wall. And we were
Yeah.
like, you're rooting the wall in here with all of your selfies. If
Yeah, and
she would save to you, she would like pin it into the wall.
yeah, and she even had one with the oxygen on her face. Remember that?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. And Heather, I didn't think you were being mean at all. I was just saying that's why I stopped reading.
I'm glad that you didn't take it wrong like I did with the other girl that I was very ugly to. I hope she's still in here. I apologize. I read your comment wrong. And Sydney, you said earlier that you weren't the type of person, or you just didn't read people, like your intuition didn't feel her vibe
Yeah, I was way
like
off
that.
with her.
Yeah, I feel like that's why I'm so weird, because when I walk in somewhere, I'm an intuit, like I go with my intuition so bad that it really it does more harm than good. So
Yeah, I
I
mean, I will say this did like open my eyes a lot to just like not just being. I mean, I know obviously every person you meet's not going to go do something like this, but it's still just as like once you meet somebody, just that first interaction doesn't necessarily show you who they are. So that's why I was just like, she's really funny, like she's really nice. She was just super happy. I do remember being like, she don't look nothing like her pictures though. But I mean, that just didn't really throw anything for me, but it definitely has changed the way I do approach situations like that.
Maddie asked, did y'all ever meet her mom working with her?
I didn't.
No, we didn't really meet. I don't think anybody, her ex-husband, I think came up there a couple of times and then the kid, but, no, I didn't even remember her talking about her mom.
Kayla, that's what I'm saying. And Jordan mentioned it earlier. I need to get what's the oxygen mask selfie? It's like a hospital bed oxygen mask? Is that what kind of thing we're dealing with here?
It was just like the oxygen, where she, like, whenever you're hooked to the machine, you just have the oxygen going to you. She had that on in her selfie.
Do what?
Did you only come on here so you could do the do what and so we could hear it?
I'm super obsessed with that ever since I first saw him, and I think everybody had the same reaction. We were just like, "Oh my god, we love Cody." But I just wanted to come up here for a little bit because I gotta log off here in a little bit. I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to gym early in the morning. But anywho,
Not Irma saying she got to get off early.
I know I hate being an adult sometimes.
I know, me too. I got to get off in a minute too, so I understand.
So at the time we were living in Atlanta, Texas, which is about 30 minutes from Texarkana. And I keep saying this, and I feel like I'm like, why not just come on and just share like what I know? I've only met her one time. We did go have lunch with her. So at the time, my ex-husband, I'm no longer married. I got divorced last year. But my ex-husband had opened up State Line Healthcare. There was a clinic. It was a chiropractic clinic there on State Line. And that's why I kept asking, like, around what time frame, because it was from like 2017 to 2018, somewhere around that timeline. And there was another gal, her name is Lucretia Craig. She does live there in Texarkana. I'm not sure exactly what town. I think it's another smaller town around there. But I just remember, like, my ex-husband would say, like, she's not your friend. Don't even bother. Like, just basically telling me or kind of warning me, like, you're not missing anything with Taylor. Because I only met her, like, one time, like I said. She didn't seem, to me, like, nothing crazy stood out, but I didn't really investigate either. I just kind of try to keep my distance because he's like my husband. I didn't want to just start making friends with everybody, and you have to keep it professional for his sake, for work and whatnot. But I do remember one time me and Lucretia, which is one of the other staff, she was the manager there at the clinic, and we had gone a conversation, and she was telling me, because I was like, well, how are things going with the new girl? Like, she's like, well, she's always in late. She's always calling into work. Like, she's always got these things that are wrong with her. She's either sick again or she can't come in because of her daughter. So it just sounded like, from what I understand, there was a lot of, like, there's something always happening on her end. Yeah, it just, when we first found out, I think that was, when did she get tried? I think it was like 2020 when it first came out. Somebody correct me. Am I right or wrong? When did it first, like, when everybody start hearing it? Like,
I think it was 2020.
okay. So yeah, it was like around Christmas time. So at the time we had moved from Texarkana to Hot Springs, and then he was now practicing in Hot Springs. We were away from Texarkana, so we didn't see anybody over there anymore. New life over here in Hot Springs. Then we were in Mina for Christmas, and I remember HR, the high gal, the one that like hires and everybody, and Lucretia reached out to me and says, hey, do you remember Taylor? And I said, the only Taylor that I know is the one that y'all worked with, that y'all told, we only met her one time. I only met her one time. She's
I
like,
had a Lucretia in my life. Go ahead,
girl,
finish.
that's why I'm asking. I'm like, maybe y'all know this girl too, because it is a small town. And I'm seeing that everybody knows each other some way, some form. But
I don't know Lucretia, but I do know her husband.
Hall, the last name Hall.
Yes.
The husband. Yeah, I've met him a few times. I haven't talked to her in a while, but anyways, besides the point. She reaches out to us and she starts sending me, as a matter of fact, I could probably go through my messages and find it. She starts sending me like, yeah, she did this, like, it's just crazy. And I'm over here like, who hired her? So we all put the blame on like the COO or the COO or whatever, whoever did the hiring back then. And I'm like, do you guys not run backgrounds or something? We were shocked. I was super shocked. My ex-husband was like, at the time, he didn't say anything. He was just like, well, she didn't work. She wasn't there long enough for me to really like, they would just say like, she just always complained. Like, she was always late. She was always not sounding like someone she didn't sound stable, and she didn't sound very reliable. Is from kind of what I got from him. So, but I just wanted to know if anybody knew her, that my friend, the other friend, Lucretia friend.
When you asked that, I Googled her because I thought it was like public figure or something. And it threw my whole live off, by the way. Just figured I'd throw that in there. Disconnected the AirPods, all that good stuff.
I'm sorry.
But that's crazy. It is a really small, it sounds like where we're from. It's a really small town that everybody knows everybody.
And I think on the as far as it comes to like past employers and things like that, they didn't give her a bad reference, even though she wasn't an ideal employee by any means. But she didn't necessarily do anything that you would give a bad reference and say, oh, they're not rehireable. So she was, she wasn't, a great employee by any means, but she wasn't bad enough for anyone to really give her a bad, reference.
Right. Nothing, it wasn't like something that stood out that was like, do not hire her. Yeah. And they did like, she did mention one time, I remember that one time I hung out with Lucretia and we talked.
and we were still living in Texarkana. I think we went to go have dinner or something. And she just told me very briefly, like I said, she's always got something going on. I don't, we just we don't know with her. Like, we don't know if we can trust her. And she doesn't do anything. That was kind of how she put it. So now that everybody's kind of saying this same thing around her, that have come in contact with her, it's kind of like, well, I guess then it was true, But yeah, when you first meet her, I didn't really think anything of her. I wasn't there that long to be like, hey, kind of like how she went with Reagan and with everyone else. I'm kind of glad I didn't, and I listened to my ex-husband at the time.
Yeah, and I will say too, like she would outperform. We would have we would have a contest or something. Like she would go above and beyond to try to look like she was really a great employee and doing everything she could to help the team. But that was just, a way for her to look good in, the boss's eyes. Whenever we're over here rolling our eyes, going, yeah, you don't see what she does the rest of the time she's up here.
Yeah.
Was the boss a man by chance?
Yes, and
yeah,
she was very flirty. It had to be a man. Very flirty.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
If it's a woman, we're just being too aggressive or something. We're just doing our job. But if it's a woman, yeah. If it's a man, it's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, and he had come to me because we were going to hire. He wanted to hire her on permanent because she was just temporary, and he pulled me to the side and he asked me about her, and I looked at him straight in his face and I said, she has no character and no morals, and I've never said that about anybody in my life. And so he knew. He was all, I remember when he looked at me and he's all like, but what about her work ethic? And I'm sitting there going, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That is so crazy.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. To your point though, Melissa, about the references, like if a lot of times if, like, say she's still working somewhere and applying for a different job, again, speaking from experience, I'm not going to give you a bad reference for somebody that I don't want working for me. I might hint at it, but I'm not going to tell you all the details so that, yeah, let her take that job so she can get the hell from out of here.
I'm sorry,
Exactly.
but y'all would have fired me. Y'all would have said something.
Hold on, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead with all your fun noises.
I didn't do that. I promise. I have no control over that. But I like when people do that. I think it's funny, but I didn't do that. It was, I don't know. Do you remember night before last in the live when it was Shantrice? Shantrice came in. I thought that was, Lucretia. I thought that was Lucretia, but it's Shantrice that came in. And is she here? I don't know if Shantrice is here, but she has so many facts. It is amazing how much she knows. I don't know if she's like a journalist or what, but like anytime I would comment, she would come in and have something crazy to say. You're going to have to go in there soon. Okay, I'm going to go back mute. If y'all have any questions, ask Melissa and Irma, because my kids have been running in and out, and I've been trying not to interrupt y'all. I'm sorry.
I am done. I'm about to get off. I just wanted to come in and I just was wanting validation. Like, am I going crazy? But this is what I heard, and this is all I know. So,
I'm thankful. I didn't know that about you, Irma.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've looked right past that, I guess, because I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Well, we get a lot of comments in here too. It's hard to keep up with every single thing, but I love
we learn something new every day.
Love comments. Yeah.
Okay, so if y'all ever have a podcast or something, let me know. Like I said, I will definitely I'm gonna be the one holding the microphone over y'all's heads and stuff, and I'll fix your hair. We're
gonna make you get in it too.
It's so funny because Misty approached me like years ago and was like, we really need to do a true crime podcast. She even came up with a name, which I'm not going to tell anybody just in case, but she even came up with like a name for it. I was like, okay, let me look at it. I'll see what I can do. And then it never happened. And now
Going back and looking at my messages because I've done forgot the name.
I can't remember either. It's in there somewhere. But now I'm moving, and I was like, okay, for real this time, when I get in the new house, I'm going to look into it. I'm going to see if we can get a camera, get all our stuff set up.
That's right.
And we'll see.
Lauren, me and Lizzie have been friends since 2nd grade. True
I
story.
lost y'all
One
for a
time,
second.
I accidentally passed gas, and everybody in the class made fun of me, and I cried.
We could literally make a podcast about our childhood stories. Like, that would last us a long time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have some very embarrassing stories. I don't think I would be ready to share that though.
Stables, that one's pretty good. I'm really curious to know what it was. So I'm fixing to look back on our messages. Because that was so, I think it was a really good name too.
It was.
So, seriously.
I don't know how to say that. I was going to say, Irma, come on, tell me how to say it. How do you say
Cereal?
that podcast? Seriously?
I can't say it now. I was trying to say it earlier when y'all were saying it, and then
Adam, get off of here right now. Exit the live. Nobody needs to know about church camp.
We also went to, so me and Misty went to school. We went to school together, and we also went to school with her husband, y'all. So that's her husband coming in here trying to stir shit up.
Stables! Lizzie, look at that one. I like that one, Stables. Lizzie?
Do you mean like syrup? Well, I can't say that.
Firstly.
That awkward that. Serious firstly. Let me read this real quick.
Somebody said it's Adam telling secrets. Adam
better get off of here because
Because if you tell secrets, I'm telling secrets. Because don't forget, Adam, that we used to ride the bus together. Don't start with me.
Right.
I'm going to get off here, guys, but thank y'all for letting me tell my story.
Melissa, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Melissa.
You are the real. We love you.
For real.
Hearts to Melissa. We love you. Thank you.
I was like, y'all be quiet. We got to hear what's going on, what Melissa's got to say.
Thank y'all. If any other questions come up, I'm here. Let me know.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank y'all.
What? Don't come in here. What, Adam? You better be fussing at a child.
Yes.
Okay.
Here, I'm going to look. We are trying to be investigators over here. We don't know nothing.
Right.
We don't know our ass from a hole in the ground. That's what they used to say in the South.
Netflix did just such a shitty job. That's why we all have to like do it for them. Because I'm finding out stuff that I didn't even know.
I'm really telling you,
seriously fun. Seriously.
And even going back, because I was telling Misty about the Rotten Mangoes one today, and I went back, I sent her the link, so I started watching it, and there was some things that she said in there that just weren't true. Like in the beginning, she said that it was confirmed that the girl was part of the Morton Salt family, and I'm like, oh, well, actually, it's come out that that's not true.
No. Maybe her great granddaddy was, but not her.
Yeah. There was a lot of stuff that they said.
That is wrong, I think.
It is.
And I think that's only 227 people.
She's talking about the likes.
Oh.
If there was 101,000 people in here, we would be not acting like this. I can promise you. We'd probably have been hung up.
I would be acting
I don't know if I would. I have seen somebody screen record that thing of me and Wade, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my God, I could have brushed my hair or something. But I didn't.
That's where I would have came in and brought like your comb and just put some little red lipstick on you.
Some rollers in my hair, add some eyebrow.
I'll be pushing Adam and be like, she's on live, go over there. Go make them tacos.
Get them kids. Yeah, get them kids. Bring them outside.
Right.
It's so funny because y'all are listening to her kids in the background. She has really good kids, but
Yeah, her kids are
she
good.
just, y'all,
No,
her
your
kids
kids
are
are good.
so
I've seen
funny.
some very, very bad kids. Your kids are, I think kids, period. I mean, they're just kids, but there's those kids that are like, going through someone's purse when they shouldn't be going through someone's purse, and the mother or the dad didn't say nothing, or, like there's a boundary, you know what I mean? But when you choose to ignore it, it kind of
Parenting
enables the
violation.
child and lets them think
Yes,
it's
I
okay
agree.
to do it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Irma,
yeah.
I'm telling you
Your
right
kids are
now,
fine.
were you on here earlier when my kids were making it sound like I was farting? They were sitting
Yeah.
right beside me
Yeah.
and they were
But
farting.
that's funny.
Thank God I wasn't in second grade or I would cry. God forbid a second grader have a little flatulence. Is that how you say it? Flatulence?
I don't remember that. I do remember.
Lizzie! CJ
Did you
called it out in front of everybody.
did
He's like,
you
Lizzie
see
farted.
like 2 days ago, the first day I was on here, I said somebody was saying about the holy water, and I said I rebuke it, and I was waiting on you to read my comment and laugh because do you remember the whole rebuking thing?
Let's not go there right now. Look, I'm telling you right now, I'm letting everybody know that there's enough tea on me to cancel me. I'm not a perfect person.
Me neither. I'm not perfect. I
It
don't think
was just
anybody is.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I
Missy has
have
not
been
done anything that
rebuked
bad,
in the
y'all.
name of the Lord. Only in fifth grade, though. I was in fifth grade. I didn't know what that meant. Y'all, are we gonna talk about the documents? What else are we gonna read? Lizzie, we in here just
Okay. Okay, so what
talking.
I was saying earlier was I think you should maybe like take your time. This should be like a 40-part series,
Okay.
40 Nights of Taylor or something. I don't know. Or something like that. And then read sections and we talk about each section, or if we can find someone that might have been, I don't know, I think also if there's more people, I know there's more people out there that have had encounters with her, but
Yeah. I
That's gonna take more research from us, and
what are
Hey,
we
I'd be
doing
willing to
now?
do it. I'd be willing to do it. I'll do whatever I can do. I really have enjoyed talking to everybody.
Yeah.
It
yeah,
I know I'd be driving everybody crazy moving my camera up and down, but I swear this light just keeps like changing. Case
Netflix.
review each section, discuss like Q&A. I watch
Yeah.
or I listen to this podcast, y'all, and I listened to it. I didn't watch it. Y'all really need to go listen to it. It
I
has a
tried
lot of
listening to it.
information, just like the Rotten Mangoes.
Yeah. But there's some things, like I said, I don't know if it's true. So then I got to go out and kind of venture and see. And then if it's someone that's, had first, came in contact with her and they're like, yeah, I've known her for da da da. Then I'm like, okay, this is plausible. Like this is aligning with what others are saying. But like the Morton, her being, an heiress to the Morton, or she's no, that. And what was that one earlier? One of her stories about the where she says that they broke into the house or something when Reagan died. One of her stories. It was like the Ghost Riders, or I don't know what they're called.
Oh my gosh, I know what you're saying.
The
I have
Ghost
it right here.
Riders.
I have it. It's right. Because I just read it just a minute ago, and I thought that that was the craziest thing that I had read. I was like, this girl has really came up with some crazy stuff.
I really think she's got some type of mental illness, and it's been undiagnosed, been overlooked. Maybe she just didn't. Maybe they told her, "Hey, you really need to go see someone," and she
Are
just
we?
totally ignored it.
Yes. Are we talking about the fabricated event involving Kodak, J Dog, and Fat Boy, and some girl with purple hair with purple hair and possibly a black female.
Oh my gosh, that's a new one. What?
The gang had beat. You missed it,
I
Irma.
think I did.
Irma,
I'm
ain't
sorry.
no way.
I'm
That was
telling
good.
you. Earlier, I was trying to rush home, get dinner ready, and I told my daughter, I said, "Okay, you go do. I'm done being mom. Like, let me relax. I got to get on there because I got to know more." And then, like, as soon as I hop on, you just got on. You were like, "You didn't miss much," and I was like, "Great, good." And it kicked me off a few times. Or I was accidentally tapping so hard that it was saying that I was requesting to go on. And I'm like, oh, shoot, no. Like, and then I accidentally like exited out.
Goodness.
So I'd have to
You
come
have
back.
these papers, don't you? Do you have them?
No, I don't have them.
Let me see here. I'm fixing to read the part you're talking about. I know what the part you're talking about the
where they
the
come in
people
and they
who-
like sexually essayed.
Look, I'm
Listen,
telling you. I'm glad
as
I'm
much
not the
as-
only one.
You're not, because it takes. I'm looking through this now. It takes a while to not say those words because I still don't have it down. Casey, this is not directed at you at all because you came in and asked if we all had to sign something before the documentary came out.
We
This is
weren't
not
in the
about you.
documentary.
Not at all. But I think from now on, when people come in and ask us like questions, not like that, but like how we knew them and stuff, I'm gonna start making stuff up.
Lizzie.
Like work at the 7-Eleven down the road.
Yeah, Lizzie's gonna
Yeah.
start saying I worked at the 7-Eleven down the road. Taylor came in and bought a root beer and
I was at the Greyhound stop one morning and she just happened to walk by me and took my suitcase.
and then I'm gonna have to learn how to control my facial expression when you do that. And I'm gonna be like, yeah.
But y'all in the chat can't give it away if I make something up. Casey, I swear it's not. I'm not pointing this at you. I'm really pointing this at the people who keep coming in asking us stuff like questions directed at Wade or like at these, like they keep asking us questions that we can't answer. I'm just gonna start making it up.
Big Hoop said, just say quick mark by the express. We got you. Y'all, this right here is like a and B conversation. So anybody else that wonders, we aren't gonna. I'm just picking y'all. Hold on, I just came up on that spot.
Y'all all gotta take over me and be like, yeah, she done told the story 10 times. You just gotta tune in.
We're fixing. Hold up, we fixing to have a practice segment. Okay, we got 197. We're going up and we're going down. But we're going up and down, so we're gonna figure it out. And if somebody comes in and says something, we're just gonna play it off. Okay, we're gonna see if everybody will play along.
I'm testing y'all.
The defendant was sent to the hospital. I know it's right here, Arma. Am I saying your name right?
Yes, you're saying it right.
When people don't know my name, I'm like, it's Irma, like the hurricane, and they laugh.
We have a seamstress in Brookhaven, Mississippi, that her name is Irma.
Yeah.
So
you sound like the lady that does the wedding dresses?
Yeah, Miss Irma.
She still does it here?
We paid her $5 to do the All-Star badge on Grayson's jersey.
I did not know that.
Lizzie, Casey Bree said, how do you know Taylor?
Oh, we worked at the
Domino's next to the Express.
Yes, thank you. Irma.
I'm sorry.
She used to drive me around in the. She used to drive. Well, no, I didn't have a driver's license at the time, so she had to drive me around to do the deliveries, and so she got to keep half of my tips.
Did you just get off the podcast?
No, he's just talking about my driver's license. What?
We ain't got nothing, y'all. We ain't got nothing that we can be canceled for, but we about to get canceled just to be canceled right now. Lizzie, we've got Lizzie.
Listen,
it's all right. We don't care.
I don't have anything I can get canceled for. Now my family's a different story. They gonna cancel me. Adam, did you ask me why I didn't I do C-section counts. Why I don't have a driver's license?
Why you didn't? Was that when you was in that jumpsuit?
Yeah, we want to know about the
Adam!
orange jumpsuit. Do you have a I need it. Do you have an image? A picture
No,
of
I do
you?
not have a mugshot.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
underage.
She was an
Can you
outlaw.
hush? I was underage, so they couldn't publish my mugshot.
What an
Are you
outlaw.
waiting on me to find that name? Because I ain't yet.
Girl, I'm in no rush. I feel like it's gonna come out again, but other people are probably gonna get it wrong.
Hold on a second.
You don't want it?
What are you?
We literally
Hey.
just went over it.
Just go pour it
I
out.
swear now, but that's what
Oh,
comes
the
to
new
mind.
Boston Gang of Bandits?
Yeah, that one. See,
Look
but
at
I'm
her.
always gonna think like the Ghost Riders or something. It just that story just sounds it sounds too much. Like that's too much. Her stories were too much.
They were. I'm reading this one. I saw something in these. It says she wants her mom to send. I was trying to read what books she was asking for, and I was like, "What? First of all, how did you even know about these books in the prison?"
Did you just say that I've been on 4 hours now? He said, he didn't say that.
That's a good man, Savannah.
I wish
Y'all, I gotta tell
Adam
y'all.
would go live with her.
I got to tell y'all something real quick, okay? This is not about the Taylor Parker situation. My daddy passed away 10 years ago, and this is not funny, but it's funny.
Is this the urn?
Yes. I bought everybody that Christmas. My daddy passed away like November 29th, and everybody for Christmas got the little urn necklaces. Well, I didn't think when I ordered them, because when you do them at the funeral home, you get to they do them for you. So I get all of these urn necklaces in. I think I got like 4 or 5 in, right? And I'm like, holy shit. I'm fixing to have to fill these necklaces with his ashes. So that means I got to come in contact with ashes. Let me tell you, I had to drink a little bit, and I ain't ashamed to say that, y'all. I had a baby spoon. My kid was a baby at the time, and I was dipping his ashes out and putting them in the little funnel. It was the worst thing in the world. But for dark humor, y'all go ahead and put that on TikTok.
Don't feel bad. So I don't like sharing this, but I will right now because it's kind of appropriate, brings it out. So there's something that if you look through my page, I had a son. He passed away a few years ago. And so we decided to have him cremated. And I did something similar to like that. Like when I first got his little urn, I had got like a little bitty urn because I wanted to keep one on me at all times. And he liked turtles. So I had found one. And I just remember thinking like, oh my God, how am I going to get this in the little urn? And then the way you have to tighten it and open it. And then when I was finally putting some in, I kid you not, I was crying because I would see like the little dust particles leave. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, son.
Yes.
I kind of
traumatizing.
I didn't think about that, but yeah, I only got a little bit. Yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm terrible. Finish what you were saying.
No, you're fine. I was just wanting to share. So I get it. Yeah, that was the first thing when I finally got it. I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to get this in there? Like, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Look, it's different. And Josie, the funeral homes do that for you. If they did, I didn't know it at the time, and I was cheap, and I ordered mine on the AliExpress because I didn't have a lot of money. I was broke, and I just bought the little things off of AliExpress, and yeah.
I call that being American.
Right?
What'd you say?
She said she calls that being American.
Yeah, and it was so hard.
The funeral homes, the funeral home here only will fill them if you buy them there. So I
I
got
want to
one
say something
done.
real quick, y'all. I want to say something. Okay. I've lost my dad for 10 years. Josie, I see your comment. I want to tell you, I'm so sorry that you lost your mom. I really hope people don't see me coming off as being disrespectful. That is how I mourn my dad, is by laughing about stuff, because me and him were really close. So I did want to, I saw your comment, and I know you said you would never ever do that, but I have three brothers. No, I don't. I have a brother and a sister. I have two brothers and a sister. See, I can't talk. I'm nervous. Jenna got me all tongue tied over here. I'm so sorry. Anyways, I just wanted to come off and let you know that I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just coming off and letting y'all know that it's just another imperfect thing about me.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody took it that way, but Katie,
Yes,
right?
Bobby.
That's what I was gonna say. We took my grandma's ashes. Just I'll add to it. We took my grandma's ashes down to the coast and put them in a few different places on her parents' graves separately, and then hold on. Somebody said, "How are you plugged into the situation?" I worked with Taylor at Domino's. I didn't have a driver's license at the time, so she used to drive me around in her car. So I was just telling my part of the story. But anyway, we went to the coast and had to drop my grandma off, and we poured her ashes out, right? And she had all kinds of surgeries, y'all. And my poor mother, this was her mom. We poured some of her ashes on the grave, and her
Know where the
freaking
Express is? The
yeah,
Express over there? By
yeah.
Lizzie? I just worked there. I just sold a few beers to her.
But the metal piece in her ankle that they had to put in there when she had surgery, it fell out of the box, y'all.
Ain't no way.
And
Ain't no way.
my mother, Misty, you know my mother. My mother picked it up, and she wasn't thinking in her right mind. Picked it up and gave it to my little cousin Annie Rose, and said, "Here, baby, you might want to put this on a necklace."
Oh my god.
I said, "You know what?" I went to Annie. I said, "Give me that, baby. You don't want that. Give me that." So it happens. I don't think anybody took that. And Jenna said, I hope I'm saying your name right. She said she had just lost her mom. I think that's a lot different when it just happens too. Like it
It's
takes a
so different
while.
when it's fresh, and I say it's so different when it's fresh. But I literally was acting a fool the day I went to pick my daddy up at the funeral home, because they mixed him up with my aunt. My aunt also passed away, and I go to pick my daddy up, and they give me my aunt. That's a story for another day, y'all. We need to read these documents, because I don't need to be telling y'all my story on here. Y'all, I'm telling you, here, go. I was about to say, here, go read these documents. Go watch my phone, baby.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Sorry,
Oh,
That's
yep.
Josie.
It is.
Yeah.
awful.
It is. I
Mommies
look.
are important. I lost my
No, they
mom
did
in
not mix them together.
I
Go
lost my
ahead,
mom
Irma.
in
Sorry.
Oh, this is for Josie. I lost my mom in 2021. This is when COVID was happening. I think a lot of people, it was like people were just dying left and right. But my mom was in the hospital for 3 months. Lost her. I mean, long story short, I lost her. And then 9 months later is when I lost my son. When I
Oh
lost
my
my
gosh.
mom, I kid you not, like I knew she would have to go at some point. But when I lost my son, I think it just all hit me like 10 times worse. And I've had
I
to,
can't even
uh,
imagine.
yeah, no, I'm doing a lot better. I promise. I promise. I have my days, but I'm just like everybody else. I have three other girls and I just have to move forward. So that's kind of how I look at it. But there's days where I cry, Josie. I want my mom so much because she would be the only person that could tell me something, like very real, something that'll just hit home. So I know I miss her every day.
That's awful.
Good night. Love you.
Good night, Adam.
Good night,
All right,
Adam.
Everybody say goodnight.
I think. Hold on. I just saw Ashley Driscoll. Are you Ashley Driscoll that I know? You are. Awesome.
Good night,
Anyway, I'll have
Josie.
to go. Thank y'all. Thank you, Josie. We're about to we'll probably talk a minute about the case. I'm sorry we get down these. What do we get down?
I think we got overwhelmed because it was a lot.
It was a whole lot at once. And I was reading it and I did not want to read it. And I'm just one of those where I'm like, oh my goodness, I hope because it's not if, it's just when somebody screen records me and I sound like a kindergartner. And then not only that, I feel like I don't want Reagan's family to think I'm being so disrespectful. So then I'm like, I don't want to read it.
Right.
And then I end up reading it anyways, and then I feel so bad. I thought it was Ashley.
I don't think you've been disrespectful. I think everybody's gonna read this stuff and people are saying really awful things about it anyway, so
I want to know what Homer thought about like their relationship, if he noticed anything.
I want to know if I know. Okay, so we found out we got to piece all this together, guys. That's what we should do. Is hey, let's have a
Private investigation party.
group chat about what all we've learned this week. So I know
Right.
that
Us and our 160
Yes, we
people, y'all
Yeah.
have jobs now. Go do the work.
Please. I know that Homer's sister-in-law said that he has not remarried, right? But I know we have all seen the Facebook status from his new wife, but I don't guess it's his wife. I would love to know more about that because that was really rude.
I thought they said he was not married. He did not get remarried.
That's what the sister-in-law said. So I'm assuming they're not married. But when you go to,
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Everybody was swearing he was married. I don't think they're actually married. I think they're probably just together, and like maybe it says married on Facebook kind of thing. But yeah,
Homer
I would love
was
to know.
Reagan's husband at the time before she was murdered.
Homer is Reagan's husband.
Yeah.
See, Ashley said he's married.
Here.
Okay.
He's married and they have a baby.
See, Ashley, we had his sister-in-law on like 2 days ago, and her name's Katie. She said that he had not remarried, and so we were all really confused because, again, I think we've all seen the comment that she made that's been circulating around, and it like everything I see says that they're married.
Maybe this happened recently.
Maybe.
Ashley said we are echoing. Do y'all hear echo?
Ashley, I think is joking. Don't do that to her, please, Ashley. If you were joking, she is going to have a fit.
Well, I echo on everybody else's live. I figured I would be echoing here.
I think that's what Ashley's joking. Yeah, because it's your phone that echoes. Don't you know that?
Yeah. Hey, will you get me one more of those? Just one more? Okay, that's fine. I don't need more than 3.
She needs 2 tacos because she's hungry.
Irma said I need 2 tacos because I'm hungry. He said that shit was good.
I know it looked good.
It looked good. You're not joking? Oh my gosh, everybody else said they don't hear it. Please do not do this to us.
Hold on.
If you knew
I'll put it on mute.
Everybody else said we weren't echoing.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, it's not, they're saying. Ashley, if you knew what we went through this week over a freaking echo, you would not do this to us.
Ashley, don't be like that.
Love you.
What?
Nothing. No. Adam went to go to bed and he was like halfway down the hall, and I went trying to give him a kiss, and he was gone.
What I need to do about this?
Leave it on there.
Air out.
Let it air out. He's
So
got a bubble on his
where
foot.
do you get the court documents? How do I get? Is that public?
Yeah, it is. You
Adam, why
can.
are you doing this right here? It literally sounds like you have diarrhea right by the screen. Will you please go in there? Go.
We didn't even hear it if you wouldn't have said that. Yeah, usually you can just Google like whatever county it would be in, marriage records, and they should have a search system in the county. But see, Texas. Somebody said, I forgot it was Texas. Texas is
Yeah, you
like the
can't.
system is kind of funky. Yeah, you have to like pay for it. Can you
I know
please go lay
Arkansas is
down?
public record. I thought that was so cool when I first moved to Arkansas that you could just look anything up. I was like, in Texas, because you can't do that in Texas. You gotta go a
Yeah,
certain way.
yeah, you have to have an account through that system. Most states have a way that you can look all that stuff up. Yes, Maddie, the wife slash girlfriend was being really ugly. I can read it to y'all because I don't think it's got any words that I can't say,
Read it.
but it was really awful. She
Y'all be
made
quiet.
a
Read it.
comment. She made a
I'm
comment on
fine.
somebody's post and it said, Ray, meaning Reagan. Reagan didn't even know me, boo. But don't worry, I got her husband, child, and Homer's first baby.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes, it's real.
Ugh.
Ashley, what is the thing that you just sent? Is that what is that?
I guess
Oh,
how to
and
look up Texas
Ashley
dogs.
Driscoll, I hope you're still in here. I hope you didn't. She probably hopped off because whenever I went to comment, I was talking to Adam and I completely forgot. That's a mess up. That is terrible, actually. And the bad thing about that is I feel I don't know, I feel awkward saying anything about it because I don't want, somebody said that was from however many years ago. Wasn't it like a couple of years ago? And you can judge.
I'll
Well, you can
judge.
judge.
I'll be the one to judge for Reagan. I'll do it. I'll be the
Yeah.
bad guy. I don't care.
Okay. So I'm going to be the ignorant idiot for just a second. And I just want to say that if somebody brought in some kind of